Hello, and good time zone, and happy birthday to me, and also what is up game? What? No, what just pling plonged? What just unplugged itself? Are you kidding me? No. Is my camera's, no, oh great, okay, so my camera's not on. Well, that's a good start. I've just returned from 2 weeks of not streaming, and my camera's not actually, working, so let me get that plugged back in. Yes, okay, well that's plugged back in.
Attention.
Twitch user Sammy Kelch.
I'm back
Shoppers.
on time. Hi, everybody. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. Technically Cute, thank you so much for the raid. I would be waving hello, but my camera is, as you can see, a little bit kaput. So I do apologize. Here's the technical difficulty screen. Hi, it's lovely to see you, and welcome in, everybody. Hello. I hope you are well. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What did you get up to today? I would love to hear all about it. Very much I would. And apologies once again for the fact that you're seeing the technical difficulty screen. But hello, everybody, and welcome in. It's lovely to see you. How was your stream? Let me get a shout out for you in the chat just a second while I do some last second finagling of my camera and hope that it is working. Fingers crossed. Let's head back. Okay, hi, hello. We're here. The angle's a little bit funny, but we did it. Hello, technically cute. How's it going? It's lovely to see you. What'd you get up to today? And hello to Jazzy Doodles. Hello, Silver, and hello, welcome in. Great first impression of the stream. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Wow, I hate it. Gabo Koala, hello, lovely to see you as well. Welcome in. Hello. Technically Cute says, stream was good. I was working on some art from my Japan trip a month ago. Ooh, that is delightful. That is 100% delightful. I hope you had a wonderful time. And as always, we are an art tax optional stream. If there is anything you would like to share with the class, you are very welcome to whisper a link in my direction, whether that's what you were working on today, whether that is the cascade of stuff falling down from the precarious surface it was placed on next to my desk, or whether that was something that you've done recently, or your socials, or whatever that you would like to share. It's all good. As long as it's work safe, feel free to whisper a link in my direction. But if you just want to like chill and dip, that's also entirely fine. It is very much up to you. And hello. Vera says, "Oh Lord, your PNG humor makes my back hurt. I'm so sorry." Technically says, here's something we finished recently. I don't have links enabled in my chat because I haven't gotten around to re-enabling them. Can you send me a whisper? I would very appreciate that if you can. That would be great. Let me get a shout out for you in the meantime. Either that, or I can fiddle with the back end for a while instead, but I don't know if that's the funnest time for people to watch. But hello, yes, it's my birthday, as you can tell by the jolly little hat that I'm wearing, sitting at my desk. This is exactly what I look like when I stream, by the way, which is why it is my PNG tuber currently. Happy birthday in any case. My present to you is a cybernetic spine. Yes, please, I would love that. But, yes, I appreciate it. A whisper from Technically Cute. Heck yeah, let me get this link all queued up. Very appreciated. I cannot wait to see. Very excited. Anyways, for anyone who's new here, it's not normally quite this chaotic. I mean, it's usually fairly chaotic. But I have just come back from 2 weeks away, so my computer's decided to have a little bit of a moment. So that's what I'm struggling with at the moment, but here we are anyways. Yes. Hello, Commandant, as well. It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Thank you for stopping by. And, hi. Anyways, let me see if I can get this to work. Always takes a second. Okay, it defaults to my Instagram. I apologize for that. Wherein you'll mostly see at the moment Hollow Knight / Silksong art and a birthday selfie. Let's just skip past that. And look at Technically's beautiful artwork. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The little, I don't know what the name of this specific like vehicle is that is a cable car of some kind, but I love it. That's very much 100% my bag. And is that a delicious omurice? That looks so good. That looks so good. Genuinely, you have made that look so incredibly delicious. I love both of these. They look so nice. And, it makes me wish that I could go visit Japan right now. It'll probably be a while before I can, but heck yes. Let me get another shout out for you, and thank you again for the raid. I do apologize that y'all came in on the back of technical difficulties in my stream pooping itself, because it's been a couple weeks and I think it's a little testy about the fact that I've been away. But if you want to give Technically a follow, you can do that. There's a link in the chat right now, so please go consider giving them lots and lots of love. Technically says no apologies. Happy to raid you. Finally been following for a while. Thank you so much indeed. I do appreciate it. I'm making heart hands on camera, and you can't see my hands, so let's come back. Hello. Hi everybody, and welcome in. If you don't know, Technically says, happy birthday again. Sadly, I must run because I'm starving, but we'll leave you a lurk. Hope you have a great stream. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. Truly, I do. And I hope you have a lovely meal. Enjoy your post-stream decompression session as you do. And yeah, thank you very much indeed. Appreciate it. And hello to everyone who has come in. I appreciate y'all for being here as well. It is my birthday, and I would feel a little bit sad if I was streaming all by myself, but to be honest, I'd probably be in the studio painting anyways, because yeah. Silvern wants to know, what do you use to make your PNG tuber work? I use Viato Tube. There is a free version that I think is available on their itch page. I can probably get a link if you want. I'm using Viato. It's viato.tube. I'll get a link for you if you want to check it out. It is really easy to use if you want just like a basic you can do other features that I'm not using on my PNG tuber here as well. Like sort of slightly more animated elements. Like you can have your PNG tuber sort of bounce when you speak and do other things. I've kept it fairly straightforward. It talks when I talk, and periodically it blinks so that my eyes don't, dry and shrivel up, because that'd be nasty. Does it take more RAM than just running OBS? It is a super small application. Like, it is teensy. If you're concerned about RAM usage, I am running on a quite old ProBook here. It is, I don't know how many years old this is, but it's like a good number of years old. It's at this point, it's a fairly fine vintage, maybe 8 to 10 years if I had to guess. This is not a new laptop by any stretch. I myself have been using it for about 5 or 6 years, so it's at least, and it was a few years old when I inherited it. So there you have it. And it runs fine on this machine. I could not do much more than this, but we're okay. Mr. Coolness, thank you very much, and hello to you too. I hope you're well. It's lovely to see you, and hello. But yeah, for anyone who's new here and isn't familiar, I am this month participating in Hollow Knight Art Month, which is getting close to the end, but I'll pop a link to the prompt list if you wanted to do it's a 31-day art prompt challenge thing that is entirely to do with things associated with Hollow Knight or Silksong, so within that universe, and just you can make a piece of Hollow Knight or Silksong fan art every day this month. That's neat. So I've been following along and doing that because I think it's a fun time and it's a fun world to work in artistically. But yeah, Katie, thank you so much. Welcome in. Hello, and thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, having a fun time with Hollow Knight Art Month. It is trying to, every year I'm like, I'm going to keep things as sketchy and simple as possible, especially this year because I was away for 2 weeks. So I speed ran doing 2 weeks of the art month, like the week before May started, and yeah, that was some intense painting time entirely off stream as well, which is not usually a time when I spend a lot of time doing art because I have to do other things in my life like rest, which I unfortunately need to do a lot of because I'm some kind of disabled. Anyways, Commandant says, planning to paint along for Holiday Night Month too. Yay! So glad to hear it. I have pre-painted a bit of today's prompt word, which is Silk Eater. So I've done the sketch and the underpainting for this environment. I'm doing, because you see, when you go visit Styx, this buddy who, like, makes silk eaters for you and then gives them to you, I was like, for some reason I just thought, what if they're knitting the silk? What if they're knitting the silk, right? And so here we are. So I've got a little bowl. I just thought to myself, what if the little bench that you sit on is one of those benches that has, like, the bench portion is like a lid that lifts off, and then underneath there's storage, and they just have all of their, like, knitting wool down there, but it's all silk. It's knitting silk. I thought that'd be fun. Silver says, I need to rest more than other people because of my autism. Oh, that's a mood. Just existing in the world is tiring when the world was not built for you. It is very true. So yeah, that's what I decided to do for today. I think I have my sketches out of order. I've done a couple of pre-sketches. So I attempted to draw the knight from memory, and I think I did pretty good for the head shape. It's basically just a Lego minifigure with antlers. And they are sipping a carton of fight milk. Cause I don't know, I didn't know what to do thematically for this day, so I was like, I'm just gonna draw a little portrait of the little guy. So this is tomorrow's, and then Wednesday's was Kingdom's Edge, and I decided that I wanted to, rather than do like a big landscapey thing, I was like, is there an NPC or like an enemy from this area that I've never drawn, and I'll just do them. So I ended up doing the Nail Master. I think this is Oro. I think this is Nail Master Oro. Anyways, it turns out if you give them a flower, they stick it in a little vase, which I think is super cute. So he's watering his flower, and it's flourishing, and he likes it. He's made a little flower friend, and I thought that was cute. And then Thursday's art, which I did make a start on, but I don't know. It's kind of boring at this point, but fine. Is this the one in Green Path? This is the one in Kingdom's Edge. This is Kingdom's Edge. This is... I should probably preface this by saying, please no spoilers for Silksong, because I haven't finished the game. If you spoil, you will be banned. Okay? Thank you. Anyways, but I had to look up this character in the wiki, and I just literally scrolled past all of the things that tell you things about them, just to find, like, screen caps and stuff of where they hang out without context, and I figured that would be fine. So this is the second Sentinel, apparently. And I just thought I don't know anything about them, but they look kind of like a jolly character that likes to spar, and so they're sparring with Hornet. I don't know if this is, like, lore accurate, and please don't tell me whether or not it is. Again, spoilers will be banned. So that's what we're up to today. Yay! I'm hoping I can finish this today so I can post it on time. And also, just for funsies, yesterday I sketched this man who is not related to Silksong at all. I do actually, I just want to, for anyone who's new here, for anyone who's, like, just come in, just please know that, like, most of the artwork that I do on the regular is not fan art. I always get, like, a raft of new followers when I do Hollow Knight Art Month, and post art for, like, Hollow Knight or Silksong. And I always feel really bad because this is literally the only month of the year that I post a new art for Hollow Knight or Silksong. The rest of the year I'm mostly posting original stuff and, like, the occasional little Star Trek or something like that just for funsies. Because why not? Anyways, this is, in case you don't know, this man's name is Miles. He's from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and he's having fun. And, he's one of my favorites. He's just a man. He's just a rectangular man. I love him. Anyways, Bees says, spoilers, happy birthday. I'll allow it. Thank you, Bees. That's very sweet. Katie says, I mean, fan art doesn't have to be canon, and it rarely is where I'm concerned.
Attention.
Twitch user Sammy Kelsh.
Choppers.
Hello, Jam. Hi. We've left our hive to wish you a happy birthday. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Jameson, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Hello, friends. Oh, pretzels. I've just gotten through explaining the stupid lore behind my silly, extremely non-canonical Silksong fan art for the day. And yeah, Styx is knitting because, I don't know, it's my birthday and I like to knit, so I figured I'd give him something fun to do that I enjoy. Jam, how was your stream? How did you get on with the Silk Eater stuff? It's lovely to see you, and thank you so much for trusting me with your wonderful people. I do appreciate it. And hello, too. If I can read these things. Curb, hello, welcome in. Nita, hello, and Tals, hello, and Pixie, and Jameson, and Samuel, and Umacorn, and Chirpy, and Casa. Hello, friends. Hello, and welcome. Let me get a shout out for Jam in the chat. If you're not familiar with James B. Barrow, please, go give him a follow. It's a great idea. You should do it. Shout out, work, thank you. There was a slight delay on the chat button. I was a little concerned, but it got on with it eventually. But hi, friends. Welcome in. I hope you're well. For anyone who's not familiar with me, I've forgotten how to stream because I was away for 2 weeks, so apologies for that. But hi, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I'm currently sitting in the dark, notwithstanding the lighting just above my canvas, because it's hotter than the depths of hell in the UK today, at least in the bit of it that I live in. Like, woof. It's, I think, about 33 degrees outside. Yay! But anyways, Jam says, I can't hear anything. My PC doesn't like me. Hold. Hi, Jam. Thank for stream. Love you. No. Thank for raid. Also for stream. That's better. Anyways, 33 degrees. Is that like super hot or just uncomfortably hot? In the United Kingdom, Silver, and it is super hot. I recognize that it gets much hotter in other countries, but to anyone who has lived or existed in one place and then visited the UK, you will know that the summers here hit different. Our houses are not designed for heat. They are designed for the window opens about this much. This is about as much as the average window opens. The sun is super bright and it takes a super long time to go down in summer because of how far north we are. And, it's humid as balls. So, like, I have a friend who's from Cyprus, and she says that 40 degrees in Cyprus feels like 30 degrees in the UK. So that's I think a fair comparison. So yeah, and also none of our houses have AC, and oftentimes, like, other places of business, offices, that kind of thing also do not have AC, so we just suffer. We can't just be like, all right, let's just go stay in the house because it's hot out today and just switch on the AC. We just sweat. We just sweat. So yeah. Yeah, Silver says, I'm in a pleasant city in India and 33 degrees C is like average summer day. But no AC. Yeah. It's not supposed to be this hot, is it? It's not supposed to be this hot in the UK. Part of the reason I moved here is because it was supposed to be, like, not as hot as where I'm from in Canada, and guess what? It's at least as bad. Anyways. But I'm coping. I'm okay. But yes, I have no idea. I have no idea if Jam can hear me, but in any case, Jam's been doing Hollow Knight / Silksong art month as well. I might just at some point showcase y'all all of the art that I've done so far this month that you didn't see while I was away because I wasn't streaming. I do apologize for not streaming, by the way. But I'm gonna be real cheeky, and I'm going to show you some of the art that Jam has been up to for Hollow Knight Art Month, because it has been, frankly, hecking stunning. Absolutely lovely. If I can get it to work, that would be super great. But yeah, how's everybody doing? How are you doing? I hope you're well. It's my birthday today, and I'm trying to have a fun time. for the sake of festive jollity, just so you know, I am going to be doing a giveaway later on for something from my shop. So if you fancy like an art print or a sticker sheet or something like that, that'll be happening probably around midway through stream. So like 6-ish probably. Anyways, that British time. Yes. Silver says the city I'm moving to for college gets like 45 degrees in summer regularly. Inshallah. I get to leave for those 3 months. Oh my goodness. That's lucky. Yikes. Oh my goodness gracious. Tal says, I am too warm, but otherwise good. I'm on mobile now, so can hear happy birthday. Hi, Jam. Thank you again so much for the raid. I do appreciate it, and welcome back. What have I said? I've said many nice things about you, as chat can attest, and I hope it's okay if we look at some of your Hollow Knight Art Month art, because I think it's really, really cool. If you're not familiar with my oeuvre, most of it at the moment is also Hollow Knight art, which I don't know. I will present the entire month shortly. But if you like things other than Hollow Knight, here's a bird that I painted. In case you're wondering what I get up to. Are we waiting for the masking fluid to dry? No, I'm just dithering and not getting artwork done. I'm liking the look of yours today so far, says Jam. Oh, thank you. I like yours too. It's super cool. Today's prompt word is silk eater, so I've got a silk eater of some kind thing being knitted by sticks here because I thought that would be fun. And I almost put on the thanks for watching screen, which is not the one I want. It's this one. Okay, this is a bird I painted a little while ago. This is a collared bush robin. They live in Taiwan, and I think they're super cute. I can't wait to paint some more birds. I saw so many birds in Canada that I want to paint, y'all. This is very normal of me. But anyways, here's some of Jam's art, because Jam's art has been so cool this month. I mean, Jam's art is always cool, but just the feeling of, I love how tiny Hornet is in the grand scheme of this like encroaching tendrils of abyss is so cool. Jam is really killing it with the interesting angles this month. I feel like it's so wonderful to see. I love the perspective on this piece as well. The very shallow depth of field has been done so well, and I also just love this guy. This guy is great. This has all been so good. Like the angles, you break my brain with how beautiful this work is. I absolutely love it. It's absolutely delightful, and I love this little guy. Just Jam, your art is good. Okay. Wait, we're gonna look at one more, and then I'll stop wibbling. But which is, oh yeah, Weave Nest. That's such a cool piece as well. I love the luminosity, and again, just this feeling of being this little person in this bigger story, and I think you capture that so beautifully here. So yeah, thank you for that, and thank you so much for letting me creep on your art. And hi, it's me. We're back. But yeah, what do I need to do? I need to probably have like a reference up somewhere. Oh shoot, there was a notification on my phone and I fully just blasted it, so I have no idea what I just missed. Oh well, whatever. I have the thing about birthdays is that I've got like so many pings of messages from people wishing me a happy birthday, and I would very much like to thank them all, but also I get overwhelmed when people like talk to me and are nice to me, and I don't know. Giles, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh hell yeah, Tiles_are now just subscribed. Oh, a button. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Tiles. I appreciate it very, very much indeed. Thank you for the sub. I hope you enjoy the emotes and stuff. And thank you very much indeed. Jam says, thank you for the kind words and for showing my art. Thank you for being such a wonderful raider and for, sharing your community with us. I do appreciate it, for trusting me with the wonderful people of your community. It's nice. Kirsty, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to say. I can't hear you, but happy birthday. Thank you, Kirsty. There we go. And I'm going to get another shout out for Jam because I can. Once again, if you're not following the lovely James B. Barrow, you should go do that. I recommend it. It's a fun time. There you go. Anywho, I need to pull up my reference screen cap for this so that I know what I'm doing with regards to like colors and stuff. So that's somewhere on my phone. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Do-do-do-do-do-do. There we go. So unsurprisingly, my inspiration was this area. Surprise. Jam's having a lurk. Have a lovely lurk. I hope your post-stream decompression session goes well, Jam. I'm going to attempt to cool off. Hope you have a wonderful birthday. Thank you so much. And please, go drink some fluids and, I don't know, just get, like, jump in a pool or something. I hope you can cool off a bit. Because if your studio's anything like mine, it is a pretty sweltering. So speaking of, this is iced tea. This is iced pineapple mint tea, which I thought would be especially cooling. And I also have, technically this is just a regular coffee, but I've let it sit for a really long time, so it's cold now. So it's like an iced coffee, but lower effort. So I'm going to have a big sip of my tea if that's okay. Oh, Sylvan says, I had pineapple peppermint tea today. Went to a cafe with a friend. No way! What are the odds of that? Delightful. It's very refreshing, isn't it? At least mine is. I really like it. It's a very, very pleasant. Okay, so what do I need with... I think mostly just, like, gray. Mostly I think I just want to overlay, like, a greenish gray onto the background. So how shall I... What colors... Which tones, which paints do I want to employ for that? I think I'll pick up my... Okay. I don't want it to be too muddy, so I'm not going to bring in my pastel palette, which is a little bit more opaque than my other paints. So I'm going to use once again, I'm using the 1940 set from Choosing Keeping, which is just a really good straight-ahead set of fairly straightforward color, like, nice colors. And I'm going to use my big boy brush. And with my big boy brush, I'm basically just going to kind of, to varying degrees of opacity, go over the underpainting that I've laid down here, which was, if memory serves, Artichoke from this pastel shade set, which is a pretty fun set to use. I really like using this set specifically for the underpaintings of like Hollow Knight and Silksong art. It just gives a little pop of like vibrancy sort of that comes through the darker colors. Underpainting is fun. If you watercolor, underpainting is fun. It's a really nice way to get just a little additional dimension to your piece. So I like it for that. Anyways, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, it's kind of a straight ahead green, which is probably a little bit too straight ahead green, so I'm actually gonna pick up a little bit of this gold. Tastes like medicine, but I kind of like it because of that too. Interesting. I love your funny words. Magic person. I do either digital or using one singular pencil. I mean, that's also fair. The thing is, you say magic person. Have you heard me tell my digital artist friends that I feel like what they're producing is like wizardry? Cause I see the stuff that like my digital artist pals get up to, and I'm just like, you are a sorcerer. You are a sorcerer. How did you do that? And that's part of that is because every time I have attempted digital artworks, this is just a blob of neutral tint that I have on my palette because it's useful to have a neutral tint, and also it is basically just gray. So it's useful for areas like this where I want it to be quite shaded down. And I do think it wants to be fairly dark in this area, but I have given it a nice sort of dirty green undertone, which I think works for... what's the name of the... Sinners Road? This is in Sinners Road, isn't it? Yeah, they are. Okay. It's just a different skill set, says Silver. Yeah, exactly, but it is a different skill set. how should I do the lighting here? I guess probably there's like a little bit, there's a little bit more brightness kind of up above, and then it's kind of, but then it's a little bit, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as I go along. It doesn't matter. And again, this is fan art. It's very stylized, and if I do it weird, it's like whatever. So I'm literally just in fairly confident strokes with a quite wet brush. I'm just going back over what we've done before and trying not to accidentally paint on things that we don't want to be painted. But the beauty of masking fluid, of course, is that anything that has masking fluid on it, the paint does not stick to. Do still got to worry about not going over the masking fluid into the areas that we really do not want to be colored in yet, but I do find that the more I do the Hollow Knight Silksong art months, I've kind of developed a formula for how I do the artworks, and it does make things a little bit more speedy and efficient. A little bit more speedy and efficient than sort of the first times I did it. Just because I know how to do it. Freddie says, "Yay, Sammy's back and it's your birthday." Hell yeah, thank you. It's so lovely to see you. And welcome in. Thank you. There is a question from Curb that says, "What's this resolution 576p?" I have no idea. As Sledge says, it's not actually 576p. Twitch is just weird. Call me masking fluid the way I'm gender fluid and masking, says Silver. Oh my god, mood. That's hilarious. But also, yeah. I did, when we did the mask maker artwork, I was like, I feel like I could say, I want to say something like profound and personal about like, you know, masking and kind of relating to that as like a neurodivergent artist and relating to sort of the mask maker character in that way. But ultimately, I just think they're neat, and I wanted to give them a little mug of tea next to their paint water. And so that's what I did. Am I going back over this again? Yes, I didn't like the way it was drying, so here I am. Adding a little extra wetness to it to give it some more of that nice papery texture that I think is fun. Anyways, hope your trip was alright. We had a fun time, thank you. The temperature was mostly fine. Yeah. So do you put masking fluid on top of the color that you've already painted for that spot? Usually I haven't painted on the bits that I put masking fluid on. You can put masking fluid on things that you've colored over before, but I prefer not to, because I do worry slightly that the masking fluid is going to lift some of the color that I've already put down. So I prefer to mask off the bits that haven't been colored. So you can paint on top of the masking fluid as silver. Yes, exactly. It is, I'm not sure what, I think it's some kind of, it's like latexy stuff. So it comes in like a bottle like this, and it's a liquid, and then it dries as this sort of like tacky, gummy stuff that you can then peel off. Once the paint is dry. You have to wait for the paint to be completely dry, otherwise if the paper is damp at all, you do risk tearing the paper, and obviously that's not going to make for a happy painting when you're all done, and you do not want, so do be careful with that. But yeah. Anyways, again, bold strokes, because I don't want to lift what is already on my canvas. And watercolor, oftentimes, some watercolor, it rarely is permanent once it's down, but a lot of watercolors, if you scrub too hard over the top of them, they will re-lift if you paint over them. So you've got to be a little bit decisive scrubbing over that, basically, is what I'm trying to express. And I noticed there's a little bit of a hard line there where I paused to check chat, so I'm gonna just try and get that into a nice fade situation. That's more like okie dokie. Cool beans. Anyways, it's like masking tape but more precise. Yeah, it's masking tape, but you can do it in all kinds of shapes and stuff, and just paint with it rather than just plonking it down. I don't use masking tape very often, in part just because now my painting looks super bad because the lighting up above is hitting it and you're just seeing shine. But because this is super wet, I'm not going to be able to paint anything onto it for a few minutes. So I have to set it to one side, and we're going to work on something else in the meantime. Anyways, drawing Hornet humanized in lace. Ooh, a Gajinka, and they're kissing. My goodness. Good for them. Let's go, lesbians. Anyways. Alright, where? Bing pot. 'Cause surprise! Here comes the masking fluid again. Does anyone else think that the little guy from Hollow Knight, you know, like the player character, you know, like this little buddy, does anyone else think that their head looks kind of like Lego minifigure with antlers? Where's the straw going? Their mouth that you can't see? It's a stylized artwork, but do you think they're not able to drink milk? They can drink milk. Why not? Just trust. Just trust me on this, okay? I'm very intelligent. I think the best thing to do when it comes to, it's like a cylinder. Curb says, yep. Katie says, now that you say that, no. It's supposed to go in there. No. Silver, no, that's body horror. No, thank you. I'm uncomfortable. Yay. Wow. I hate it. Anyways, so chat, how have you been in my absence? How are things going? I hope you're well. I hope you've had nice weeks. I had a good time away in Canada. It was fun. I had, for the most part, a good time. Emotionally, I'm doing, well, not wanting to overshare, but I'm having an interesting time emotionally lately for reasons I can't really name. So that's where I'm at the moment. And, I did come back with half a large suitcase full of Canadian snacks and stuff, but vessels don't eat or drink. They can if I say so, because when I first started the game and the first time that you got like soul tank stuff, it looked so much like milk to me that I was like, oh damn, that is milk of some kind, and so they drink fight milk to heal. And I don't know, if you don't like my interpretation of the lore, it's probably for the best that you didn't actually watch me play Hollow Knight. Because, where I'm concerned, it's a whimsical time where we have fun and we do what we want, and fan art is rarely canonical. And, to me, it's fight milk. That's what it's called. That's what we call it here. Why do you think we have... Hold. Why do you think we have... Damn it, where did it go? Fight milk emote. Does peeling off the masking fluid ever rip? Yeah, yes, it can. But again, the most important thing is try not to apply the masking fluid too super thickly, because sometimes if the masking fluid is very thick, you can end up in a situation where it dries on the top, but like there's still liquid underneath that. Or if you have painted over it and it's time to peel, you have to make sure, like I said earlier, you have to make sure that your paper is completely dry. If there's any dampness remaining on your paper, if there's any still like wet paint or wet paper, you run the risk of the paper tearing. Other than that, if you've had like, I have had, I think, like, worse quality papers. I think I've had issues with tearing before, but generally... And I just use, like, art supplies store own brand paper. So this is not expensive paper. This is one of the less expensive ones that you can get. Which I still find to be... I think that this is Jackson's Art, not sponsored. But I do find that Jackson's Art's paper is quite good. Much less expensive than... much less expensive than like a lot of the name brand ones, and to be honest, I find it to be just as good, if not slightly better, than some of the branded art papers that I've had that were more expensive, and I did not like the way that they behaved. So I don't know if I'll ever use this, but hypothetically, if I leave it overnight, is that enough to dry it fully? It's like the work of minutes generally. It's like within the space of like a few minutes normally, especially if you put on a nice thin coating. Like, some of this is going on a little bit thickly, so it's going to take a little bit longer, but generally, like, a thin amount of masking fluid isn't going to take more than like a couple minutes. So yeah, I would not concern myself too much about that. Certainly the longer you leave it, the more likely it is to be fully dry. But yeah, also just as a little forewarning, it also smells really bad. Like, it's not, and I feel like the longer my masking fluid has been open, the stinkier it gets. It does have like an unpleasant smell to it when you're using it, but it's not strong enough to be a deterrent for me, and I am a sensitive little creature. Like, nail remover better or worse? I'd say it's on par with nail remover, but it is a different smell for sure. I figured you meant nail polish remover, not like I'm going to remove my nails. That would be terrifying. It's like, oh, that reminds me. One time I was just browsing, I think it was Boots. For anyone who's not in the UK, Boots is like a pharmacy slash other things shop, you know, so they sell a lot of like medicines and skincare products and that kind of thing. And they had a big sale on, and you could just browse everything in the sale. And I was like, well, you know, if I buy this much, I'll get free shipping. So I'm gonna see what's in the sale and if there's anything that I want to buy. And one of the things that was in the sale was like hair removal creams. If you've ever seen those hair removal creams, which I used to use. Okay, so before I was allowed to shave my legs when I was like preteen, but hairy because I'm a bear. And I just, I'm just hairy now. I don't shave my legs anyways as an adult. But, I used like hair removal cream on my legs, and oh my god, that stuff stinks. It's disgusting. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. Katie says Boots sounds Walgreens CVS adjacent. Yeah, exactly. If you're in the US and you know like Walgreens or CVS or something like that, it's the same. Canadians, Shoppers Drug Mart. Other countries, I don't know. But the reason that I bring this up is that there was one in the Boots sale. They had a hair removal product. It was specifically for facial hair, but on the packaging, it just said Nair face removal cream. Not being does that not just sound like if you rub it all over your face, you just don't have a face anymore? Like there's just nothing where your face should be? Because it was literally face removal cream. Like, I don't think that's a good idea. That's horror movie stuff. Anyways, mom uses it sometimes and I have to be like, open all the windows. Ah! Yeah, Mask Maker Hollow Knight says Silver, yeah, no face origin story. Oh my god, they used Nair face removal cream. They just wanted to get rid of some whiskers, and here we are. Yeah, exactly. Commandant says you became the faceless guy from Spirited Away. Oh my god, yes. Amazing. Fantastic. I did do a drawing, I think, of... Did I do a drawing of No Face? No, I can't remember. Let me check. I think I did a terrible drawing time not too long ago, like maybe a couple months ago. Or like a few weeks ago, or before I left. Oh yeah, there we go. Ta-da! There they are. Yay! It's like, how many Ghibli references can I ram into this 5-minute sketch? And there was that. A terrible drawing time system. Yeah, it's so it is a feature that we have on this stream, wherein for 5,000 channel points, I've got 5 minutes or less to draw a character or concept of your choosing from memory or sight unseen on the terrible drawing canvas, which you just saw. I accept no responsibility for any psychic damage that may be inflicted as a result of my terrible drawing. But the psychic damage usually ends up being inflicted on me, so, like, whatever. Anyways, I think I recently actually lifted the cap on terrible drawings, but here we are. Katie says, face removal cream? Sounds like something out of Twilight Zone or Black Mirror or something. Oh my god, it does. Ew. Also, Maggie, hello. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you are well. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. And hello. But yeah. This is, I'm hoping, an adequate drawing of the little dude. I think I got their head shape
Attention.
okay. I have no
Twitch
idea
user
if
Sammy Kelch.
Shoppers.
Hi! Oh, what the heck? No! What are you Why does Twitch say I have no ad snoozes left? There's an ad, Sammy Ann, I'm so sorry, there's an ad break coming in 3 minutes, and for some reason it will not let me snooze it, even though I haven't streamed in 2 weeks. Is it like 3 snoozes a month or something crazy? I don't know. Anyways, in the meantime, before you get catapulted into ads, for anyone who has just come in on the raid, hello, it's lovely to see you and welcome in. Kendra, thank you for the birthday wishes. Sammy Ann, thank you so much for the raid. What were you up to today? I'd love to hear all about it. Let me get a shout out for you in the chat. If it seems like I'm talking really fast, it's because I'm trying to greet you before we get catapulted into the ads. If you're not following Sammy Ann, please do that. She is a purveyor of the loveliest, most whimsical, most wonderful artworks. Ads just auto... Honey, did you snooze the ads? How come you could snooze the ads, but I couldn't? It said I didn't have any snoozes left. Thank you so much. Okay, we've snoozed the ads for 5 minutes, so I can speak at a normal pace now. Anyways. Hello. We are working on a channel point request and werewolf card game. What? That all sounds amazing. As always, as you know, if there's anything you'd like to share with the class, you are welcome to whisper a link in my direction, or we can just direct ourselves to your socials if you prefer. Or if you just wanna dip because you need to go away, that's also fine. It's all good. Sasa, hello. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes and also for the wellness check. I am lengthening my spine as we speak. My posture is... my back's been really bad since I got back from our red-eye flight, which was horrible. But you need to stream to earn time back, says Sammy. Oh, I had no idea. It feels like a nasty way to punish streamers that need to take time off unexpectedly. Yeah, that's really weird. Because I guess I did defer my ad breaks on my last stream before I left for my family trip, because I wanted to go as long as possible without having another ad break. Ah, shoot. Well, that's mean. Anyways, I'm also hydrate. Thank you, Sasav. I hope you are well, and thank you very much indeed. I do appreciate it. Maggie says, I'm doing its chore day, so going through the motions until I can art more. I hope your chores go well. And I hope that you have a fun time arting as well. I've seen some of your Hollow Knight Art Month artwork, and it was very cute. Glad that Mod/Spouse was able to snooze, says Sammy. And yeah, me too. It's nice to actually be able to hang out with y'all a bit. Anyways. Oh, okay. Why is my... sorry, my chat is scrolling without me, which is an interesting choice. Also, I've just noticed a thing. Is anyone else seeing this thing? I keep getting a pop-up at the top of my chat being like, oh, look at how many... Help me get my sub goal. And I'm like, I don't care about my sub goal. I will never reach my sub goal. It's fine. Do not worry about my sub goal. Did I shout out Sammy Ann? Yes, I did. Okay. Catching up. Let's do the socials because then you can see your beautiful stuff too. Okay, cool. Let me pull up. Let me pull up your gram then. And for anyone who's not familiar with my oeuvre, I will show you something that isn't Hollow Knight or Silksong related because I realize not everyone is a fan of or knowledgeable about those games. It is all of the art for the most part that I'm doing this month because it's Hollow Knight Art Month. But I do in fact do other artworks from other genres and, you know, my own work as well. So here's, if you're not familiar with me, I'm a traditional artist. I work mostly in watercolor. And this is a friend of the stream whose name is Terry. Terry is a Forg mage. He's just a chill little guy who likes to go on adventures and have a good time and drink tea and, you know, read about magic and make potions and do all just nice things. He's just a nice little buddy and we love him. So that's him. And yeah, I look forward to doing some more Terry art soon. This is, hopefully this worked. Yeah, this is Sammy Ann. And Sammy Ann is a delightful artist as well. Does a lot of like dragony stuff as well as some fan art things as well. And these dragons are so stinking cute. I love them so much. Just little guys and stuff. They are just a little guy. Heck yes, they are. Speaking of little guys, get a load of these absolutely beautiful. So this was from Mother's Day, and I absolutely adore what you've done with these dragons and the sort of theming of them, but especially their wings. That is so cute. I love them so much. It makes me so happy. And I love them. And then if you like... This is Pokemon, isn't it? This is Pokemon, and I could not tell you what these Mons' names are, but they are very cool. I love thy Pokemon art, and I do not... Lugia! It's Lugia! Oh my god! Amazing! This is giving childhood book kind of vibes to Silver. Yes, exactly, yes. Exactly, yes. Please write all of the books, Sammy, and I want to buy them. Oh, by the way, get a load of all of these beautiful stickers. Oh my god, they're so cute. They're so cute. I spy a grub and some absolutely adorable dragons. And, oh, that little room is so stinking cute. But also the flaming horse, which I adore. But yeah, if you are not familiar with the wonderful, incredible, amazing Sammy Ann and her artwork, you should be. Because look, there's also Hollow Knighty Silksong-y stuff. And it's super cute too. So yeah, anyways, please consider giving Sammy Ann a follow if you haven't already, because Sammy Ann is lovely. Let me get a shout out to you again. And thank you for letting us have a little browse through your artwork. Always a pleasure and a joy. And there, oh no, there are so many things covering up my chat now that I can't actually see chat. Oh no. Let me see if I can I fix it? Can I fix it? Can I minimize the ad break incoming? Yes, just about. Okay. Anyways, hi. But yeah, it's all good. Oh, Lugia, hi. Lovely to see you. I apologize if the ad break is imminent. But thank you for sticking around in the meantime. Yeah, just showcasing your commission, says Sammy, of the Lugia, which was so lovely. So lovely. Anyways, so I'm doing, so this is the night prompt, and I figured, well, if it's the night prompt, then I ought to be drawing the night. This is, I think, tomorrow's prompt word, actually. But they are sipping their, I gave them a little bendy straw with which to sip their fight milk, because, I don't know, they deserve a fun bendy straw. And also it made it easier to draw. Anyways, they're fight milk fortified with all kinds of vitamins and minerals, undoubtedly, and maybe it's even blue raspberry flavored, which is the best one. This is giving me so much happy giggles this saving in. Thank you. I'm also just going to check and see how it's still, okay, still a little bit of dampness on this piece this is today's, the prompt is Silk Eater. So I think we're going to have to wait until after the break to come back to doing the rest of this, which is fine. That's fine. Not a problem. But yes, this is giving me so much happy giggles to Sammy. And oh, thank you. I'm going to disappear for a second because we are about to run into an ad break. So feel free to stick around. We are going to be doing a giveaway not too long from now because it's my birthday. So if you want to get in on that, that'll be happening shortly. But in the meantime, have a drink, have a stretch, take your meds if you need to, do all that jazz. You're not going to miss anything, but I'm sorry if you have to see ads. And I'll be back very shortly. BRB, everybody. Hello, friends. I returned. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the BRB music while it was running. It's nice to be back. Oh, I've just been running my hands under a very cold tap and then pressing my hands against the back of my neck to try and cool myself down. But Katie says, I don't know how you feel about the Daily Express as a news source. I don't know, ambivalent, I guess, but I just got an article with the headline, UK households urged to put kitchen tinfoil in windows on Monday. Well, I kind of missed the boat on that, so I think I'll pass. What a strange... What's that? Is that... This country is so weird. That feels like those clickbait articles that you get that are like, just put a piece of bread in your, lots of people don't know that you should put a slice of bread at the top of your bin every night. It's like, well, that sounds stupid. Behind the ears also helps with silver and feet and heels. Yeah, if I had a nice cool foot bath, that would be nice. But never mind. I would also make a mess, and I don't really want to get the cables wet, and under the desk is all the cables. So I think this wants to be a reasonably water-free space, notwithstanding my paint water and whatever I'm drinking. Incidentally, I do also now have, don't be alarmed by the fact that the bag is still in it. This is a cold brewed mint tea. I literally just took a mug full of cold water, stuck a mint tea bag in it, and put it in the fridge for 2 hours. Instant refreshment. Delightful. Katie says, admittedly, I didn't read the article, just the headline. Yeah, it sounds... honestly, that sounds like some conspiracy theory stuff. That is so weird. Anyways, this is just about dry, so I think I might do a little bit of... I might just paint in the background of this one. And once I finish painting in the background of the Knight and their fight milk, which is also, there's a fight milk stream sticker if you've never seen it. I'm very proud of that stream sticker. I worked really hard on the audio. Anyways, and no one ever uses it. Sad faces. It's the best one. Anywho, I did actually add a new stream sticker for Hollow Knight Art Month as well. I think one person has found it, so thank you for the one person who found it. I think it's fun. Anyways, but yeah. It is, again, one of the gripes I have about this country is the fact that, like, most of our household windows open about this far. Because, they usually either open outwards, so, like, here's sort of the window, and if it opens like that, and it opens about that much. Back in Canada, we had windows that would slide open, so you'd have, like, an entire window frame's worth of fresh air coming in at any given time, instead of it having to sneak in via a crack. So rude. Anyways. It's that, or windows that will open sort of, like, outwards, but, like, this way rather than this way, if that makes sense. But yeah, sucks. I hate it. Also means that we can't have screens on our windows, which means that more bugs get inside your house. Wait, your windows don't go, like, either from the top or the side swinging, like? Yeah, they go like instead of going like sort of sliding back and forth or up and down, they go outwards. But doop, they go outwards about that much and then they stop. UK got to get their window up game up, says Curb. Oh, I know. But again, like I was talking with this about this with my moderator / spouse this morning as we went out to do shopping before the like afternoon heat settled in. It was still hot as balls, but less hot as balls. It was actually quite nice this morning, just about as much as I can handle being outside. And I did have my maximum sunscreen and mountaineering glasses on. I'm so happy I finally found sunscreen that doesn't irritate my skin, and is not a sensory nightmare for me, a very autistic being. I will. It's just like the oh shoot, what's it called? It's by Beauty of Joe Sun, but I can't remember which version of the sunscreen it is. But it's very good. If Beauty of Joe Sun is available near you, I do recommend it as a sunscreen. It just feels like putting moisturizer on your face, honestly. And I'm extremely picky about sunscreens. But yeah. Katie says, I thought UK didn't do window screens for various reasons. Didn't realize it was because the windows don't really open. Yeah, I mean, you will see on older buildings windows that go up and down. But most of the more contemporary buildings that I've been in all have the windows that push outwards. You gotta get the screens on the inside, like those magnetic sheets. Oh yeah, the ones that just sort of like, they just sort of magnet together. You could do that, but I don't own my house, so I'm a little concerned about putting anything that would probably involve me having to like tack it to the walls, kind of thing. But that's probably just me being like a little overreacting and paranoid. But I would love to just have a set of slidey windows with screens. Having just come from a country and a house that have those, oh man, I missed it. Just having the window wide open in the nighttime and knowing that nothing weird is gonna fly into the house. Yeah. Yeah, love it. Anyways. Okay, gonna set this to one side. Ooh, I just wanted to point it out. Because I'm impatient and silly, when the ads were running, I was like, I don't have anything to do. I'm just gonna, so I decided that in this area of the game, in, Sinner's Road, there's, like, little balls of, like, silk wool on the floor of this area, so, you notice how your older viewers may remember that when I was getting the shade layer on top of the underpainting, I said, like, broad, deliberate strokes, and don't repeatedly go over the same area over and over again. Here's why. So down here, you can see that I've significantly lightened the paint job here because I wanted it to be mostly white. And the way that I did that was by taking my brush and just kind of scrubbing the areas that I wanted to get. Not like super, but just a little sort of like scrub, and just put a little bit of pressure on it and scrub, and the paint will lift off. And that's how I did that. Fun! If it's a little too dark where you want it to be, and your paint isn't permanent once it goes down, you can do that. Anyways. Rentals create interesting hurdles, says Katie. Yeah. Oh, we also have an electrician coming around on Friday to check the electrics, which from a safety perspective I do appreciate, because I don't want my house, exploding. But on the other hand, some of our electrics are very difficult to check, because our fridge is set inside this like wooden cabinet thing that is several inches off the floor. So it's basically impossible to just move the fridge out to check like the outlet and stuff. You can't. Which is great, but also means if they're like, "Oh, we have to check the fridge," it's like you literally will not be able to move the fridge without it tipping over and breaking. So you can't. Anyways, little birdie, thank you very much for the birthday wishes. Thank you. I can't stick around, but I bought some bookmarks. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoy them. Thank you. That's really sweet. Yeah, for anyone else who doesn't know, this stream is brought to you by me. I have a shop where you can buy things that I make, including but not limited to the following. I don't have music for this screen, but just imagine there's some pleasant music playing behind this, of the kind that makes you want to I don't care if you don't buy my art, it's fine. I'm just happy you're here. But if you do want to, you can, and I really appreciate the support. We've got frogs and toads, we've got sapphic Victorian ladies, we've got Star Trek fan art, obviously also queer. We've got tea and coffee in abundance. See what I mean? Abundance. We also have some Hollow Knight and Silksong fan art. Remember when this happened in Silksong? That was one of my favorite bits of the game. Remember when this happened in Hollow Knight? That was one of my favorite bits of that game. Remember when this guy, etc., etc. There's a lot of stuff happening here. I made a bookmark of a bookshelf because I paint bookshelves all the time.
Attention.
Twitch
also...
user Sammy Kelsch.
Choppers.
Fern is here, so let's get away from my horrible self-promotion shop screen and come back to the art. Hello, and welcome in. It's lovely to see you, Fern. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. How are you doing? How was your stream? And welcome. The spoons have arrived to bring you hot chocolate and hugs, and a reminder that you're worthy, you're valid, and you're enough. That goes for all of you, chat, and that goes for you too, Fern, and everyone who's just come in with the raid. I really appreciate that. That's so lovely. And hello, friends. Welcome. Hook and Mama. Hello. Lovely to see you, Fern. Hello. How was your stream? What were you up to today? It's lovely to see you. And King Dad, welcome in, friends. Welcome. Let me get a shout out for Fern. Very carefully typing. I can't type and speak at the same time. Anyways, thank you very much for the birthday wishes. I very, very much appreciate it. 'Tis my birthday, as evidenced by the fact that my PNG tuber is wearing a very festive hat that I definitely didn't just search engine like birthday hat PNG 5 minutes before the stream started. No, perish the thought. I maybe did. Anyways, how was your stream? What were you up to today? It's lovely to see you and welcome on in. For anyone who's new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelsch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and most Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays, and every once in a while on a Thursday if I'm feeling extra spicy. This week I have returned from 2 weeks away visiting family, so I'm a little discombobulated. I've forgotten how to stream. Also, it is incredibly hot in this part of the United Kingdom right now, so my brain has also melted like ice cream left out in the sun. King Dad, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I do appreciate it. Welcome. Francis, thank you for such a lovely, warm welcome. I really appreciate it. You're so sweet. I feel so welcomed and wanted here already. And you are. Also, as the raider, we are an art tax optional stream, just so you know. If you have any artwork that you would like to share, whether it's what you were working on today or recently, or your socials or what have you, you're more than welcome to whisper a link in my direction. I'd be very, very happy to share it with the class. If you're not feeling it, if you just want to like raid and rest or go decompress or whatever, that's also all fine. Entirely up to you. But I like giving the option to raiders as their special privilege. In the meantime, I'm working on some prompts from Hollow Knight Art Month because Hollow Knight and Silksong are a couple of cozy games that I am a normal amount of fond of. So I'm doing a painting today of, this is a Styx here, and they are knitting a Silk Eater, because today's prompt word was Silk Eater, and I'm also working on tomorrow's artwork at the same time, trying to get ahead of myself a little bit, and it's going pretty okay. I've just seen the time, and my god, I have not gotten a lot done today, but that's fine. It's all good. But yeah. In case anyone's wondering what my artwork looks like, so you're making art of someone making art. Artception, says Curb. Hell yeah. We love the layers. We love layers. Layers are good. Layers in painting, layers of meaning. All of these things bringeth me joy. And in case one's wondering what my art looks like when it's done, here's a friend we painted a little while ago. This is Craig. Craig is a toad wizard. He He is a studious, serious fellow who is very dedicated to his magical craft. He thinks that he and Terry the Forg Mage are rivals of some kind, but Terry just thinks they're pals. I think he's got some. I think he needs to work on his confidence and realize that he is as cool as any of the other, Rainine magic makers that he knows. Because very much he is. But anyways, yeah, that was me. And thank you again very much for the raid. I very appreciate it. Fern says, I was working on art today, but I haven't taken any pictures or anything yet. I hadn't drawn in 8 years after I bullied myself out of it, and now I'm working towards going back to college to do an art course when my disability becomes more manageable and making a living from it. So lots and lots and lots of practice needed. That is hecking amazing, and you should feel very proud for doing it. That's so cool. There is a lot of... There is a lot of... What shall I say? As someone who also kind of came back to art after being away from it for some years, it is kind of a scary undertaking, but my God, it feels so good. It feels so good to do it, to just start doing it and keep doing it and have fun doing it. And I hope you're having fun doing it because it's so much fun. And that's awesome. I practiced some gesture drawing and I did a Loomis face and then I drew a duck and a clock because chat wanted me to. Oh, that's delightful. Also, let me get another shout out for you in the chat. Once again, if you're not following Fern, you can do that here. Fern _ the person. And I can type correctly the first time. Like, I'm super good at it, actually. Anyways, but yeah, it remains my birthday. And I'm trying my best. But yeah, I'm also, oh my God, it's so warm. It's so warm in here. Why is it so warm in here? It's not fair. It's fine, but also it's not fair. I'm gonna, how should I do this? Because there's some interesting, okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and, actually, because there's these, I love this sort of border component of just some stuff dripping down from the ceiling. Silksong and Hollow Knight really love these features if there's just stuff dripping down from the ceiling. Who knows what it is, but we've got... Fern, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm going to head into viewer mode now and enjoy your wonderful stream. Thank you for being so welcoming and so sweet and being yourself. I love you so much already. You too, and thank you again very much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Oh, welcome, Mama. Thank you very much for the follow as well. Welcome on in, friends. Alright, I'm going to do... So I'm just going to see if I can use just a wet brush and just kind of burn off some of this paint. It doesn't need to be perfect. So what I do is first I just scrub a little bit of the paint off and then I go over it with my, like a tissue. I've just got this. This is just a regular Kleenex type tissue. It's probably supermarket own brand because do you think I have name brand Kleenex kind of money? I'm an artist. Are you kidding me? But I think this should be reasonably effective. And I'm just putting like small amount of pressure onto this to get the paint to just lift off like that. And we're going to cover over this again with some additional details anyways, but I'm hoping that this will look kind of cool. And kind of give the effect of what's going on in the game, but a little bit. A little bit more of that sort of interesting backgroundy effect. Oh, my mom following someone is rare. You must be very amazing. Aw, thank you, Fern. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, scrubby, scrubby, scrub. Scrubby, scrubby, scrub. I'm just gonna do this straight across, I think. I think I might need to add a little bit more water to my brush. But this is one of those things that depending on how you feel about it can be either a bug or a feature of working in watercolors. is that even after the thing is dry, sometimes you can just kind of come in and just kind of get rid of some of it again. Now, not all of this wants to lift really cleanly, and that's okay. Let's just give it some interesting textury gubbins happening up top here. And then in addition to that, I think I'm going to want to darken down slightly the floor under here. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of our neutral tint and just gray that out so that it feels like floor. And in addition, okay, nice and simple. In addition, it's been a wee while, so I don't know how many folks are about, but I did want to do a giveaway for my birthday, so I'm gonna start a giveaway for my birthday. The giveaway, you win something from my shop, so that'll be like a print or a sticker or a sticker sheet or a bookmark. It's whichever you want. Conditions: you need to be over 18. You need to be willing to give me a postal address that I can send your item to. And you need to be allowed to enter giveaways in the locale that you live in. And that's about it. So, yeah. Must be adult, must be willing to provide an address so that I can send you your thing. Hopefully that giveaway has begun. Hopefully that's popped a message into chat saying that the giveaway has begun. Has it? Yeah, okay, hear ye. Giveaway has begun. Type hell ! Hell yeah in chat to enter, and good luck. So that's going to run for the next 30 minutes if anyone wants to enter, and it should occasionally pop a little reminder in chat as well. I'm going to make an announcement on the Discord just in case anyone's lurking and hasn't heard that entries are happening. Because I would very much like to give someone something nice as a little gift to y'all on my birthday. That's how birthdays work, right? When it's my birthday, I give y'all stuff. Giveaway on stream right now. Go type hell yeah, all one word, in chat to enter. Green heart emoji, and a tree just for fun. And I presuppose that anyone in my Discord should be over 18. You should all be over 18 because this is an adult stream for grown-ups. But I was racing autocorrect to get that message posted, says Katie. Oh my god, I feel you. Also, Alva, hello, and thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it, my friend. I hope you are well, and it's lovely to see you. Hello. Oh, beans. What was I going to say or do? Help. Come on, brain. I forget. Anyways, that giveaway is going to run for 30 minutes, so I will try and remember to remind in a few. But I'm going to keep on painting in the meantime, because I can. Keep on painting in the meantime. Sorry. That statement just sounded too much like Neil Young. I'm normal. Anyways, okay, so how shall I paint these little doot-doots? Okay. So I think what I ought to do is I'm gonna unmasking fluid everything, I think, except for sticks. And I'll paint them in last, I think, is the way we ought to do it. So let's get rid of these bits. I didn't mean for these sections to look all kind of funky and weird, but you know what? I'm fine with it. But anyways, thank you for entering the giveaway, everybody. I hope you enjoy it. As mentioned, it is whatever you want for my shop. Oh, and also, if you feel so inclined and you're not in the Discord and you want to join the Discord, you are more than welcome to do so. It is a quiet place, but we have fun there. People post cool stuff. You can, if you stream, you can let us know when you're live. You can also find out when I'm live. You can, if you're me, typo the chatbot command. There we go. But yeah, Alba says, I'm suddenly remembering, so I think I forgot to actually send an address for the last one. I think you maybe did. Check your DMs, please. Because I think if memory serves, you did actually win a giveaway for me before, and then I was like, wait, she didn't send me an address. But I didn't want to bother you if you decided that actually you didn't want me to know where, like, you live or whatever, because that's none of my beeswax. But yeah, check your DMs. And if I owe you an artwork, and you do want one, please let me know, because I would love to do that. But yeah, anyways, but yes, also my Discord is there. 'Tis a quiet place, but we have fun there, and it's usually a fairly silly time. Recently someone shared there is a there is like a text generator that will allow you to create title cards for episodes of Star Trek, and it got very silly. You know, oh, look at this, episode 4. What's this? Another planet that looks exactly like contemporary Earth. What's this? A planet that looks exactly like a university campus quite close to the Paramount backlot. Wow, what a surprise. Anyways. Okie dokie. It is always fun, when you live someplace where they film a lot of things and you just start to recognize, like, the locations where they film it. And you're like, aw, look at that place standing in for New York City. It's like, I never really did this. So if you're familiar with, there's a TV show that was based on a film. And the film was called What We Do in the Shadows, and it was filmed in, like, New Zealand. And it was set in, I think it was Wellington. I think it was Wellington in Aotearoa. But the TV program was set in New York City with a new group of vampires that this documentary crew was following around. And some interviews with some vampires. It was great. I really liked that show. I thought it was delightful. But it was set in New York, or like a part of New York. I think it was Staten Island in New York City, but it was actually filmed in Toronto. And I really feel like I ought to go back and watch it with more of a as someone who is from a city not far from Toronto, who's been to Toronto many times. There's a part of me that wants to go back with a fine-tooth comb and, like, watch over all of the, like, location filmed bits and see if I can recognize what bits of Toronto they're in. Because that kind of thing is fun to me. Someone did find the house that they used for, like, the exteriors of the show on Google Maps or something. But I think a lot of it was, like, a set that they built, so I don't think it exists in its, like, televised form just as, like, a house in wherever it was in Toronto. So despite the fact that I was fairly recently in Toronto, I did not attempt to go visit it. I had more important things to do, because I am someday going to make a probably quite long YouTube video about the type fonts used on the Toronto subway system, because it is, to me, it's super interesting, but it's probably super boring to anybody else, but I am a super boring person about this stuff. Yeah! I don't particularly have the train autism, but I do have the railway station design autism, if that makes any sense. Alright, so let me continue painting this thing, shall I? Actually, before I do that, I'm going to get the underpainting done on this, just so it's dusted, as it were. And I think what I want to do with the color of this is just have the background be like limited edition blue raz color. So kind of gradienting between these two I think would look cool as heck. So I'm just gonna try and activate these. These paints are so dry that I can just drop water into them and it'll just suck it up. I don't know where it goes. These paints are crazy. I spilled water on my canvas. That's fine. It is also, it's not, there's not enough paint in the water for it to be staining, so I don't care. And then, besides, I've decided that I'm actually just going to ever so slightly pre-moisten the, not super damp, but I'm just going to pre-moisten the canvas a little bit, which should hopefully give us some nice textures when the paint goes down, which is always a fun time. Also, I don't need to finish this piece today. If I don't, it's not a big deal, so I'm not too super concerned about it drying super quickly. So, like, if this underpainting stays wet for a while, or if this background rather stays wet for a while, it don't matter. It don't matter. It's all fine. Anyways. I haven't fully decided what I'm doing for the remaining days of Hollow Knight Art Month yet. The ones I haven't drawn. I know not. So that'll be an interesting time. Ooh! Sorry, sometimes I just get kind of jazzed by my own colors when they go down because it looks really nice. I'm digging it. I'm having a pleasant time. Okay. This is... I realize this is an extremely low-key way for me to be spending my birthday. But it's what I like doing, and to be honest, my spoons were pretty low today. So because I've been away for 2 weeks, I didn't want to plan like a massive sort of like stream extravaganza for my birthday, knowing that it would be my first stream back after a not insignificant absence. I just wanted to make sure that I had the opportunity to kind of just chill, hang out with y'all, get some painting done, be a little bit celebratory for sure, but not in a way where I felt, under pressure to be more entertaining. I always feel under pressure to be a certain amount of entertaining, but not under pressure to be more entertaining than usual. Because I didn't know if I'd be able to deliver, because, yeah, I am a tired bear today. Surprise! Okay, we've got what I think is a quite nice limited edition blue raspberry fight milk gradient happening here. Delightful. And I'm just gonna, the paper is buckling a smidge, so I'm just gonna kind of fold it slightly the other way. So there we go. Have you ever seen a bear IRL? Genuine question. I don't think so, no. I don't think I have. I think if I had, I would be very scared. I've seen models of bears, and I've seen a taxidermied bear, which, honestly, I find a little creepy. See them in zoos, says Casa. I don't think I have. Now that I honestly don't think I have. I've seen giraffes and many and various other creatures, but no, I don't think I have. I would be concerned seeing one in the wild personally, because I find them so genuinely friend-shaped that I don't know if my fear response would kick in time. They exist in the wild in Canada, right? Not in the part of Canada that I live in, or that I'm from, which, not in the part of Canada that I come from, thankfully. But most of the area that I come from in Canada is, like, farmlands. So that's probably why. If I was from, like, the mountains or the more sort of, like, wildernessy bits of Quebec, it would be potentially more likely. But, yeah, Tals has seen a couple in the wild. Ooh, scary! Was it scary? It sounds really scary. Alba, thank you very much for the hydrate. I'm going to take a big slug of my very room temperature coffee. Hell yeah. Speaking of, if you haven't entered the giveaway yet and you'd like to, please type !hell yeah in the chat. You must be over 18 and willing to provide a postal address which I can send the thing to, is what I'm trying to say. Mothboy Blue Wolf, welcome in. Hello, hello, lovely to see you and welcome. I hope you're having a lovely day. But yeah, Alba says, pretty sure I wasn't misremembering, but not seeing anything in the messages, so I don't know. If there's nothing in DMs, it might be because you didn't send me an address, in which case, please feel free to do so, and I just want to, Alba, I just want to send you some art. So if that's okay with you. But I do remember thinking, like, did she send me an address? I don't think she did, but I didn't want to bother you in case you didn't want to. Or you just decided, oh, I don't actually want any art, which is also fine. It was a bit startling, says Tals, but they were chill and just wandered off, thankfully. Yeah, I feel like that's a fairly normal bear encounter, is that they probably don't care unless you seem like a threat. But I would still be super scared. I'm glad you're alright. I'm just painting at the moment, says Mothboy. Hell yeah! Me too, kind of. The only bear which is a permanent absolute F no are polar bears and bears with babies, says Casa. Yeah, definitely. Woo! I mean, having just come back from a country that has a butt ton of Canada geese who are in, like, baby raising season, getting within a few feet of, like, a goose with babies scares the crap out of me. We, do you do international shipping for the giveaway? Hypothetical question, I'm not registering. Yes. You can be anywhere that I am able to ship to via Royal Mail. But, yeah, geese with babies, terrifying. I did witness a goose fight on our last full day in Canada, which, again, terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. They're cute from a respectful distance, and they're also terrifying. They are very, they can be very aggressive geese. Understandably when it comes to, like, protecting their babies. I don't know if you got into a tussle with a goose, like if a goose decided they were real mad at you, I don't know if they could break your arm, like swans can, but I also do not want to test that out because, as said, they are scary. Cassia says, I used to work on a business park which had a large permanent population of Canada geese and one very angry swan. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. An angry goose is scary, says Tals. Yeah, they were like, we were trying to keep our distance from them, but they were on either side of a walking path that we had to cross. And they were like hissing at us and like, the babies, super cute. Do not want to get anywhere near them. Wouldn't anyways, because, keep respectful distance of wild creatures at all times. That being said, my parents also had a robin's nest in one of the trees in their house, and you could see the robin's nest perfectly from one of the upstairs windows, and so I got to see, like, the life cycle from teeny tiny sleepy babies to, like, adolescents ready to fly out of the nest. Growing up of these little robins, and it was so lovely. It was so lovely to see. But I posted this to my Instagram stories a few days ago. But I'm sorry this is on my phone screen, but I want to show you this clip because it was delightful and also, oh no. And you'll see what I mean. I felt very blessed to have been able to capture this moment, but oh. Okay. Where is it? I think it's this clip. Yes, I think it is this clip. Okay, let me get my volume up on my phone so you can maybe hear what's happening here. So this is a camera. This is the last baby bird in the nest. Okay. And it just... Oh, wait. You didn't... Okay, sorry. Let me start. Okay. Okay, this is the last baby bird in the nest. Oh,
no. Okay, little buddy.
Yay!
Oh, my goodness.
Like, I got to see the moment that the last bird left, the last baby bird flew from the nest, which is very exciting. But just to make things a little bit less, like, dramatic nature documentary moment, it was just like, okay, what if I just do a little poo in the nest right before I leave? No! It was dropping... So somebody replied to me on Instagram when I posted that. I was just like, oh, it's just dropping ballast. I'm like, I mean, you're right, but oh my god. Anyways, Untitled Goose Game has convinced me to say hell no to geese, says Mothboy. That is so fair. Cobra chickens are fine from a distance. Yeah, I believe it, Casa. Katie says Canada geese nearly went extinct once upon a time, and they've decided they're going to make humanity pay for such insults eternally. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. And I am going to continue to keep my respectful distance. Oh my god, Silverance is most recently one of them was about to rip off my wrist cals. No, where it hits the edge of the desk before I pushed her off. Oh my god, don't really have much wildlife in my stupid Chud City. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah. Anyways, it was nice getting to watch the robins grow up. I got real emotional about it. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. You know, that kind of thing. Because they're just so stinking cute. Bird feeders are frequented... my bird feeders, says Casa, are frequented by great tits, robins, pigeons, magpies, a crow, and long-tailed tits. That is delightful, and I love all of that for you. So stinking cute. So stinking cute. What do we get in my neighborhood? We get several different species of tit. We get magpies, who I love. I mean, I love all of them. We get magpies and pigeons and jackdaws and sparrows and gold crests and red kites, and I'm undoubtedly forgetting some, but my brain again is porridge. I saw a yellow warbler at my parents' house in Canada, which was very exciting for me because I've never seen... Because a yellow bird rocked up and I was like, is that a goldfinch? Because a goldfinch would be relatively normal. They get goldfinches semi-regularly, but no, that's not a goldfinch. Its plumage is not the right distribution to be a goldfinch, and so I looked it up and it was a yellow warbler, and I'd never seen a yellow warbler there, so I'm hell yeah, yellow warbler is very cute, by the way. Also, once again, if you haven't entered the giveaway yet, you still have time. Type exclamation mark hell yeah in the chat if you would like to enter. You must be over 18, which you should be anyways if you're here, and you must be willing to provide an address where we can send your prize if you win. So, yes. And thank you again to everyone who's entered so far. But it is, again, also open still to anyone who has not. Speaking of jackdaws, are you planning on playing the Black Flag remake? I didn't know Black Flag remake was coming, but I'd love to. That sounds like fun. Looks kind of sick, says Alba. My friend, I didn't know there was one, but now I have to look into it because I sure liked Black Flag. That game is so fun. I love the sea shanties, and I love doing the sneaky stabby assassin adventures. It's a good time. And getting to be a pirate. Yay! Anyways, Cassia says the magpies have just discovered the bowl of water I put out for them today. Yay! Oh, that's lovely. And in this, I don't know what it's like where you are, Cassia, but here it is hotter than the depths of hell. So, probably good to have some sources of fresh water. There's about 7 minutes left in the giveaway, by the way, if anyone else would like to enter, you can. If you don't want to, don't, because I don't want to send art to someone who doesn't want it. Anyways. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna continue the painting of this, if I may. I'm gonna take some of this gold, which I think is a little too, it's a little too bright, a little too full on in its natural form. So I think what I might do is first I will get some paint on my coffee mug, which is fantastic. Love that for me. At least it was on the outside of my coffee mug. Anyways, Cassis says, I actually found you on my floor the other day, by which I mean your business card that must have fallen out from a stack of unframed art. Oh, I see. And not, I wasn't just taking a nap in your house. I feel like I'd have remembered that, but on the other hand, I'm still jet lagged, so anything's possible. Oh no. Okay, anyways, how am I gonna brown down this a little bit? Maybe if I just add like a smidgen of, I'm gonna add a smidgen of patina to it, just to kind of dirty it down a little bit. Yeah, okay, that's better. It's just kind of a dirty gold. It's still a little bit brighter than it is in the game, but I feel like that's fine. And then I need to figure out which of these bits need to be this color. There's quite a lot of funky little details in this. Oh, that bit doesn't need to be this color. This bit needs to be this color. Oh no, I'm already getting it wrong. Ah, jeez. Okay, well, it's fine. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. But, yeah, I'm not super concerned about being mega precise here. It's more just a case of getting these colors down, getting these colors in place, and then figuring out from there. I've been dithering too long today. I'm not getting enough done. Is patina a color? Do you have a reference pulled up, or are you just balling it? Patina in this case refers to this color, which is kind of, it references the color that, like, when copper oxidizes and gets that weird stuff on it, that's a patina. So now you know. Dilly dally, for real. Oh, such dilly. Very dally. Indeed, my friend, indeed. I am the master of the dilly, and indeed the dally. And I mean, I do love a bit of dill. I do love a bit of dill in my potato salad, or with my cured salmon, or what have you. So, yeah, I like a dilly-dally. I don't know why that's where my brain went, but here we are. I also don't know what's happening with this array of masking fluid, but whatever. One of them is is my knitting needle, so I'll ignore that, because that does not want to be this color. And if I leave the rest of this a little bit sketchy, I feel like I'm hoping it'll look kind of cool. I'm hopeful it'll look kind of cool. And if it doesn't, well, tough biscuits. I don't know. I'm doing 31 artworks in 31 days, okay? Listen, to sue me. Alright. Okay, that's a color. Hooray! Needle, like in Silksong? Silksong reference? Skong says silver? Yes, exactly, yes. Exactly. Skong reference and Skong, can you believe? I feel like some of these could be a little bit, they could probably be a little bit more colored in, so I'm going to pick up a tittle smidge more of this paint, and also a hair's breadth more of the patina, mix them together, and I want to darken these down, because actually looking at it, they're a little bit too translucent, so I think if I make them all darker, I think it'll be better. Actually. So I shall do that. And it's fairly simple work to just go over them a second time. Anyways. And then we can do the rest of it. Cool. Needle, like the needle gun from TF2. TF2 references Mothway. Let's go with sure. Having absolutely no experience with TF2, and therefore I would not even know. Let's say sure. Okie dokie. There we go. Anyways, I hope y'all have an exciting week lined up. It's actually a bank holiday here in the United Kingdom, which doesn't impact me because it's my birthday. So I spent the day chilling and not getting much done before stream, to be perfectly honest, which is fine by me. Happy with that. Did you say United Kingdom? Yes, that's where I live. That's what it's called. Anyways, I'm normal. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's more like it. That slaps harder. It was a little too undercolored in before. So I think a second go was the correct call for that. Okay. Excellent. Good job. Congratulations, me. Is that how you say it? That is not how you say it. My personal dialect is just broken. Because I'm stupid. I'm banking my weekend, says Tal's. Hell yeah. I am very sad that my weekend is coming to an end. And by weekend, I mean my, 2-week-long weekend. Yeah, no, I'm just a silly sausage who doesn't say things correctly. Do not use me as, an English language learning tool. I will lead you astray. I can't help it. I cannot speak correctly. I say this as someone who, as a writer, is very good at writing and speaking correctly. Correctly. Not that there's one correct way to speak English, but in terms of, grammar and that kind of thing, am very good at it from, an sort of professional erudition perspective. But as a person just speaking my normal way in real life, yeah, no. Nah. I sound stupid. I sound like I know not of whence I speak, but I swear I does kind of. But don't listen to me as a source of, English language anything. I will only bring you pain and suffering and sadness and sorrow. I just dropped my lip balm and I can't see where it's gone, but the ad is starting in 2 minutes, so I think I might just save looking for the shoot, never mind, there it is. It's under my chair. Okay. Because I was going to apply lip balm in the break, and now I can't because I found it. Yay. Okay, I need to figure out how am I gonna make. I feel like this surrounding color, I want to combine this brown. Oh, you can't see it. The artichoke green with some of this brown, and use that for the sort of woody frame bits of this weird climbing frame thing that Styx hangs off of, which is very, very cool of them, but also very confusion. So I'm gonna try and mix that color up maybe before we go into the break, and then come back and do that after the break. Or maybe I'll just do that during the break. I don't know. Regardless, I'm not going to be on screen, so you're not going to miss anything. If you want to use the ad break to, have a drink, have a stretch, go to the bathroom, do whatever, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing, so recommend. And I do apologize if you have to see ads. I thank you for the pennies of ad revenue that I receive when people do see ads on my stream. I can't switch off ads. My God, if I could, I would love to. But that's not an option that they make available to us, unfortunately. But so it goes. But you're not going to miss any content anyways, because I won't be present, so enjoy not having to see me do stuff for a few minutes. And I think genuinely look like gray and gray to me. Sometimes cameras are calibrated differently as well. But yes. What shall I say? I'm just gonna check and see how many minutes are left on the giveaway. The giveaway is about to end. From the looks of it. So I'll announce a winner of the giveaway when we come back from the break. So yeah, thank you for entering the giveaway, everybody. We will come back and announce a winner after the break. And yeah, have a lovely BRB in the meantime. And thank you for entering. And I'll be right back, everybody. Nice, ads are done. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hello. There we go. That's better. Anyways, Cat Lacey, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. And it's lovely to see you. Let me catch up with chat. Tell us, thank you for doing a dance. I appreciate it. And also, I need to announce the winner of the giveaway that we ran just before ads happened. And catch up with chat. Mothboy was at a Comic-Con last weekend. Ooh, nice. I hope you had a fun time. Casa had said less of a united kingdom and more a place held together by tradition and spite. Sounds about correct. Anyways, I'm going to announce the winner of the giveaway. So let me drum roll, please. And the winner is, and I'll give a few seconds for the delay. Who's that Pokemon? It's... Hey! Katie, hello, and congratulations. I have asked the Magic 8-Ball who shall win our giveaway from deep within its murky blue depths. I spy the name of our friend Katie. Congratulations. Let us know you're claiming your prize. And congrats. If you want to, you will need to pick something from my shop, !shop in the chat, so you can have a look and see what is available for you to redeem. Any of the gubbins in there, stickers, prints, etc., etc., etc. Feel free to let me know in a private message which you would like and where I should send it to. Please do not type that in the chat. Do not dox yourself. Thank you. But anyways, congrats on winning the giveaway, and thank you everyone for entering and having a little bit of birthday fun with me. I hope you enjoyed. And now I'm gonna keep painting. Hell yeah. Okay, but yeah, thank you so much for entering, and congrats. Okay, hopefully I do want this color to be just lighter enough, I think, than what's going on around it, so that it doesn't fully blend in. And I hope I've managed that. Yeah, I think so, because it is a lighter color, this apparatus, whatever it is. I might put some gentle line weight on top of it, but I do want it to kind of blend into the back more so than our little moosey friend here, whose name is Styx. That's it, like the prog rock band, you know, who do I'm sailing away, set an open course for the virgin sea. That's Styx, I believe. Oh man, now that's stuck in my head. Shoot, moosey friend or like the river. I don't know. Their antlers are reminiscent of a moose. But yes, also the river Styx, which I'm guessing is what the band Styx was named after. The river Styx. If I had to hazard a guess, I would guess that the band Styx was named after the river. As for whether this character was named after anything or they just thought it was a cool name, I could not say. It is a cool name. Cat Lacey says, hi there, thank you for the warm welcome. I'm just a small lurker. Well, thank you so much for lurking. I do appreciate it. And I hope you're having a lovely lurk, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you. I am aiming to get this done today, because this is today's art prompt. I would love to be able to post it after stream. At least tonight's dinner is a fairly straightforward affair, so that it won't take me too long to cook. In as much as I'm not cooking at all, because, oh, Jesus. Sorry. I just had a very, funny, dizzy turn just then. Just went suddenly super lightheaded and swam a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna be real careful for the remainder of stream because that was a little bit scary. Also, I noticed there's a little bit of residual masking fluid hanging out over here, so let me just get rid of that real quick. Oh good, now there's a smudge. Never mind, I can fix that in post. One of my big secrets as a watercolor painter is that sometimes if I like unfixably F something up on the paper, I can just fix it in post. It's very hot. Take care of yourself, says Casa. I'm gonna have a big sip of fluid. Because maybe I have not had enough to drink. I should probably also have... I do have some sports drink in the fridge. Like in MS Paint, says Silver, and I do have a very old version of Photoshop that I use. It's old enough that it like is not connected to the internet, so it doesn't twig that I don't have like a subscription. Because Adobe is not getting my money. But there we go. My ex's sister's car got ridden off by a moose climbing over her bonnet, says Casa. That's crazy. Also, someone wants to know if I've seen a moose IRL. Genuine question. Again, I don't think so. Where are you in the game? Like, which act? I'm in Act 2. I'm currently trying to fight Grohl. It sucks and I hate it. But in a fun way, just for clarity. Anyways, we're just running over her bonnet. That's crazy, Casa. Oh my gosh. That would F it up. Those creatures are large. My goodness gracious. I'm having another sip. Anyways, my dinner tonight is going to be a panzanella. If you're not familiar with the panzanella, it is a salad made of, like, tomatoes and croutons, basically. It's supposed to be like day-old bread, but I just take gluten-free ciabatta rolls and toast them in the air fryer with a little olive oil. And then combine them with tomatoes. So because the bread is, like, dried up, but in a delicious way, it, like, soaks in the tomatoey juices, so you get, like, crispy and tomatoey. And did you intentionally get an old version, or did you just get it really long ago? We just had the disc from a very long time ago. So I don't know where the disc is now. If I ever needed to install it on a new machine, I'd be slightly effed. But, what did you say sucks in a good way in Silksong? Grohl. The big froggy mouth guy. That fight is annoying, and I'm very scared that that is like the difficulty hurdle I'm just gonna die on and never actually finish the game. Again, no spoilers. Be nice to me. It's my birthday. Please don't. I know that I'm not the best person at video games. Please don't be mean. Also, please no backseating for a video game that I'm not playing right now. Also, please don't backseat my art either. It's all in the rules. Anyways, it's a hard fight. It is a really hard fight. It's interesting. I feel like I don't have the stats for it, but I'm really curious to know how many people, like, quit the game at Grohl. Because I know one person who started the game, got as far as Last Judge, and was like, okay, I'm out. This has been fun, but I'm out. This is... Because they found it to be too hard, and then... the run back was too long for them, and then okay, spoilers for the Last Judge fight if you haven't done that fight. Cover your ears. It has quite a long run back between where you respawn if you die, and then the fight is quite difficult. But also, if you're on, like, 1 to 2 health points at the end of the fight, when you stagger the Last Judge for the last time and they die, they have this flaming thing that explodes and will do you 2 points of damage if you are close to it when it goes off. So be mindful of that, because that happened to this person who quit the game. They finally beat the fight, and then they died to the stupid explosion. Which is so frustrating! Hate that. Anyways, and so that's when they decided, nope! This is too frustrating, I don't want to play it anymore. And I don't know if anything like that happens at the end of the Grohl fight, because I haven't done the end of the Grohl fight. Oh my god, that's evil, says Come On Down. It's just, yeah, seriously. I love this game, I think it's really fun, but thankfully, I think I was either aware that was going to happen, or I could see that something was about to happen, so I was just like, I'm gonna move away from this guy, because sometimes you get, like, a damage-doing thing that happens as, like, during or right after it seems like the boss has died, so it's good to get a little bit of distance from that, just in case. Grohl is a pain because it's 2 parts to begin with, says Katie. Yeah, exactly. Because you have, like, a gauntlet of creatures. And at first I was like, because you have a number of those in the game as well, it's just like, you just fight a bunch of, like, the minor enemies in the area, and then that little stage clears out. And I thought it was that at first, and then, like, a boss spawns, and I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. No. Because it's just, Sylvan says I rage quit at the first Hunter's March gauntlet, but I got back shortly after because I watched a streamer who, like, sort of helped me see it differently. Yeah! Seb, hello, and thank you very much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. We're just talking about Silksong. Apologies. Or not. I don't know. But yeah, I had a fun time with the Hunter's March gauntlet. That was a tough fight as well. I think I was stuck on it for, like, probably 2 streams. So I feel you on that, but Grohl sucks. I think I can see, because I've made it far enough into the fight against Grohl that I think I can see a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's just taking so many damn tries to get there. Oh my god. Mothboy says, well, it's obvious. You have to use the... What was it? You have to use the command... Kamehameha Duken Shuriken to hit the creature's weak point to deal a critical hit. Oh, why didn't I think of that? Oh, geez. Yeah, of course. I haven't played Silksong. That sounds exactly right. Yes. But yes, Hunter's March is secretly Pogo and Parry skill check. The region says yeah, basically yeah. There's so much you've really got to, and I think the fact that I had to do the Hunter's March gauntlet run back enough times is the reason that some people are like, oh, how come you never switched from the crest like the original crest that gives you the diagonal down pogo? And I'm just like, I think I did it so many times that it's ingrained in my muscle memory now that the pogo is diagonal and I like it. So if I change to another one where I don't have the diagonal pogo, I find it confusing. My muscle memory gets screwy and I fall on spikes. I kind of like the girl fight, says Silver. I don't dislike it as a fight. I dislike the fact that I haven't been able to beat it. So, you know. Commandant says the only thing that saved my sanity against the girl is the Bilewater music is beautiful. It's so like just softly mournful. It's lovely. And I think it's a very good piece of musical storytelling to have that in that area for sure. And it does save it a bit because, oh my god, the maggoty goop that's everywhere. Ah! Unpleasant. Anyways. Anywho, so it's not to flex, but I'm flexing that I can play the first half of Bilewater music on guitar. Oh, nice. Nice. Trying to diagonal pogo through Hunter's March might have been my least fun time, says Tels. Once I got used to the diagonal pogo, I really liked it. But before I got used to it, it's definitely, how shall I say, an learning curve, to say the least. Anyways, also, apologies if this, I think this is a new thing that Twitch is doing, where occasionally, at the top of my chat, like, my little sub goal will pop up and tell you how many subs I have right now and how many, like, what I've set. I set a goal of 50 subs, like, a long time ago and then just never changed it. I have hit that goal previously, so thank you y'all for that, but, like, I'm not a popular streamer, I'm not a popular person. I recognize that I am an acquired taste, I'm a luxury few can afford. And I feel like wording it that way makes me feel less bad about myself. But the whole, like, oh, you know, like, share your like, plus affiliate goal. And I'm like, there's no point, because I'm never going to reach the affiliate plus goal. You know, like, I think my average number of, like, paid subs is usually about, like, 10 to 12. So, being like, hey, guys, help me get to 100. It just looks kind of sad because it's not ever gonna happen. Because that's like, in order to reach the affiliate plus level, which gives you, I think, a better cut of sub and ad revenue, you have to have 100 paid subs. That's not including gifted subs or prime subs, I believe, concurrently for 3 consecutive months. It's unlikely, and I feel like if I were to try and like encourage my chat to help me do that, I would just feel like I'm just doing it for the money or something like that. And if I were just streaming for the money, I don't think my stream would be the way it is. So, yeah. Anyways, we love trying to dodge grenades and taking poison damage by swimming. Yeah! So much fun. Mothboy says, phrasing it that way makes me feel better. Well, of course it does. Telling the truth should make you feel good. You're a luxury, darling. Oh, Mothboy. Thank you. Thank you also. That's very kind. Okay, what color does this bowl of knitting need to be? Because for the actual woolly bits themselves, I'll just add line white because they do want to be white or white adjacent. But the bowl itself just kind of wants to be this color but darker, so I'm just going to add a load of neutral tint to it until it is a nice darker hue. Which I will also use, I think, to do the... Not going to get too detailed here. I don't want to get too into the weeds because I do kind of want to get this done. So I can make my birthday dinner, which, as I said, is not so much because it's my favorite meal, and more so because it's a relatively easy thing to make that doesn't require switching the oven on when it is hot as heck, which it is today. So I'm having a panzanella, and then normally I would bake a cake. If older viewers may recall that I am a fairly accomplished baker. I've written 2 cookbooks, but it is too darn warm to be doing like baking and stuff here. Absolutely not switching the oven on for upwards of like an hour to do a cake. As such, I am instead I am just doing a little like sort of eaten mess type dessert, except instead of doing like because eaten mess traditionally is berries plus it's like berries plus meringue plus cream. Not really a big meringue enjoyer normally, so in place of the meringue, I am doing I just bought some gluten-free shortbread biscuits, and I am doing some fresh strawberries, some whipped cream, alongside some little shortbread biscuits. And it's going to be very simple, obviously, but I think it'll be really nice, and I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. But yeah. Anyways, what's for dinner, chat? What are y'all having? I hope you're having something enjoyable. Just gonna get some little liney details in here for our little balls of silky wool. Doot doot. Okay, yay! We've got our silk wool. Too hot to cook. Had sandwiches, says Tiles. That is a very correct response. I feel like literally this entire week, all of our meals are like salads of some kind, except for Wednesday. when we will be braving the oven to make a frozen pizza, because we always have frozen pizza on Wednesdays, because it's tradition, and I don't know, messing with tradition makes me stressed, so I don't want to do it, but other than that, a single filament of silk, there it goes. Oh, how lovely she is too. Think I did a salad yesterday with some cooked salmon, so like pre-cooked salmon that we got from the supermarché, and a Japanese style dressing with miso and ginger and carrot, which is one of my favorites to do. And then what else? Later this week tomorrow I'm doing a bean salad, and then I'm also going to be doing a coleslaw on Thursday, and then on Friday I am doing a fruit salad, which I think will be very enjoyable indeed. So yeah. These are the exciting things that you get up to when you're in your 40s. Don't talk about your ages, chat. But personally, I am very much in my 40s now. Still my early 40s, but I am in my 40s now. Oh boy. That was a personal adjustment. Entering into the numerical decade that is the 40s. Ah! Scary. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna get some very, very light, very subtle, very gentle line weight onto this structure of whatever it is. But I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's okay if it's a little bit sketchy. It's okay if this whole piece is a little bit sketchy. I just really want to get it done. Maggie says, for dinner I'm making a cheesy pasta dish with turkey, spinach, and a bit of tomato sauce. That sounds so nice. That sounds very cozy. Very cozy and very healthy. Sounds good to me. I am strangely pumped to be making bean salad in a few days. It is genuinely one of my favorite meals. I have ordered a tin of mixed beans from the supermarket because I'm having a delivery on tomorrow afternoon. And I've ordered beans and all of the veggies that I need, because I do beans, cauliflower, some peppers, some what else? Beans, cauliflower, peppers, carrot, definitely some carrot, and then just a lovely dressing that's like a vinaigrette style dressing. It's fairly simple, honestly. It's just like oil, vinegar, salt, sugar, and some dried tarragon, and that's it. And it's so good. The little bit of tarragon really gives it, like, a little bit of lift. Entering a new decade age-wise always jumps my head in for a bit, says Katie. Yeah! I was, like, not gonna lie, entering into, like, my 40s, I was pumped. I was like, yes, this is like a new... It felt like a new beginning. It felt like a new sort of era that I was entering into. It felt like possibility. And then, like, 6 months into being 40, I was like, well, I haven't done any of the things that I wanted to do so far. I've just been tired, and I've spent kind of my 40s so far just being tired. And I realize that that's because, you know, I have, like, ongoing chronic health stuff that hasn't been sorted out or attended to as much as it needs to be. We're working on that. I am a little bit anxious at the moment because I've got I've got a blood test that I need doing at the request of a specialist who's been working with me. But they were supposed to send like a label for the blood test, which I guess will tell like the blood people what they're actually testing for out of my blood. And I'm supposed to receive this in the post and then bring it with me to the doctor's office to get the blood test done. I have not received such a thing. It's been weeks. The blood test is a week from today, and I have not received anything that I can bring to the nurse to be like, okay, here's the label that needs to go on the blood. Nothing. So I don't know what the heck is going on there, but it's kind of making me nervous that I'm going to rock up and she's going to be like, do you know what this blood test is for? And I'm like, they said they were going to send me a label, and then they didn't. So I don't know if that's going to be a case of, like, either it just doesn't turn up, and, if either it turns up at the last minute, it turns up late, or, I rock up to the doctor's office and I'm like, well, you're just going to have to call the specialist and be like, hey, what the hell is this blood for? Because I don't know. Oh, goody, relying on the post to deliver an important medical document. Yeah. Silverin says, you're 40? I'm 42. I am 42 today. So yeah. Anyways. What was I gonna say? Come on, brain. Don't talk about your ages, chat. We should all be adults here. This is an adult stream for grown-ups. But just in the off chance that there are, like, minors lurking, we don't want them to be revealing that about themselves. You never know what kind of bad actors are lurking in the shadows of the internet, and we don't want to give them that ammunition. Therefore, I do ask people to not drop their ages in the chat. If you do, you will be banned. And I don't want to ban you, so please don't do that. Thank you. That includes if you are over 18. Because this rule has to apply for everybody to make sure that any, like, lurking children know that they're not supposed to do it. Okay, anyways. But I think we can all be adults about that here. And that's good. Okay. Just gonna get some, if I can. Just gonna wet my brush slightly. Get some line weight, if I can, onto these little knitting needles. Nice and pointy and stuff. Not quite like Hornet's needle. A little bit craftier. But just as much fun. There we go. Yay! He's knitting. Delightful. But yeah, I did once have... I had a doctor request that I had to have a... This was years ago. I'm fine. I had to have a scan done at the hospital, though. And the doctor, spoke to the hospital and was like, okay, this is the patient. They need a scan for this, that, and the other. And the hospital communicated to me via a letter in the post that I needed this scan done and that they had made an appointment for me at this date and time. I received it the day before. Or possibly, no, it was literally the morning of. I received a letter saying, you have a scan booked at like 11 a.m. at the hospital. And I had plans to go out and do things that day. And we had to, like, hastily text our friends and be like, hey, we're not going to be able to make it until after lunchtime. Because they literally... I literally got a letter. I literally got a letter that... where's my tissue? I literally got a letter the morning of that I had a scan that morning. Amazing. Not to complain or anything, but does it mention anywhere that this is an 18+ space? I believe it's in the rules. But I do mention it a fair bit as well. So yeah. There was... bless! There was the time that I mentioned that this was an adult stream for grown-ups, and someone in the chat was like, "Oh, it's fine. I just lie about my age," and I'm like, "Well, ban them because what you stupid child." Anyways, that's the worst, says Alba. It was so annoying. I'm just glad I was at home. If I was away on holiday or something and been like, "Well, I missed the appointment you made for me because I didn't get the letter about it until that day." Excuse me, like what if I'd gone, sort of to London for the weekend or something, and it was a Saturday morning as well. Crazy. But yeah, Huggy Bear, hello, thank you very much indeed, I appreciate it, and Mr. Sorrel, thank you very much for the happy birthdays as well, thank you. Why would someone reveal the fact that they're lying? Because sometimes kids are stupid. That's why. No offense, but sometimes kids are just a bit stupid. And that's why we have to watch out for them. Anyways. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okie dokie. So, let's get some paint on our little big moosey knitter here. Annoyingly, I can't really see where my pencil lines are. I can kind of see where my pencil lines were for their legs, but I did take a photo of the pencil sketch, so I can go back and have a look at it if needs be. Okay, I think I'm just gonna... This is a slightly brighter color, I think, than... Though this color isn't particularly bright. I think it'll be fine. And I don't mind my colors being a little bit bolder and more saturated in places than the source material, because I think it's cute. I think it is cute. So, it's fine. It's whatever. Anyways, there we go. We have most of the body of Styx has been painted in. This lovely friend. I'm just gonna add some of this shade into it. For the other segment here, which is a little bit darker. There we go. And very carefully paint that in. Good. Alright, sweet. Cool. Done it. Anyways. Yeah, I'm so happy to be back, y'all. I missed y'all. I had a lovely time abroad, but I will say, even if I had, like, the time and regular schedule to stream while I was away, yeah, I don't think... I would not have had the technical setup to do it, and I certainly wouldn't have had the Wi-Fi speed with which to do it. I know this because it took basically an entire day to upload a VOD to YouTube that normally would have taken like 30 minutes. So, yeah. Canada, the land of slow internet in places. I say this with love, by the way. But it is, in places, the land of slow internet. Okay. I'm gonna pick up just a smidgen of this, just get a tiny bit of it on my brush. And just pull this buddy and his antlers into a realm of slightly greenish off-white, if I may. Especially around here, there is a little bit of a shadow in the source screenshot, so I'm happy to do that. Taking a photo of the sketch is genius, says Commandant. I've always painted over the sketch and had no idea where all the lines go afterwards. Most of the time I do that, but I've been trying lately to photo, and sometimes I'll photo the sketch because I will post a photo of the sketch along with like the I'm going live announcement, which I find is very, very helpful as well. Okay, this needs to dry before I can do my line weights of it. So I'm going to take this opportunity to do the sort of darker gubbins up above, for which I'm going to use mostly neutral tint because it wants to be fairly dark. And we've just got some more of these these kind of little growths and developments. So I'll start adding those in. Am I still on camera? I'm still on camera. Yay. Huggy Bear says, as someone who lives in a country with one of the best networks, what is nature even? Oh, who knows? I would gladly hand in some internet speeds for some more space. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It's kind of nice though because it means the internet infrastructure hasn't invaded on nature everywhere. At least I think that's how it works. I don't even know. Moriax, hello! Moriax says, hello everybody. I heard it's a certain special someone's birthday today. That's right, transcendentalist philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson. Wow! Well, happy birthday, Mr. Emerson. I genuinely had no idea I shared a birthday with Ralph Waldo Emerson. That's, pretty cool. Congratulations to him on having been born, I guess. Okay. I'm not gonna cover this whole area in drippy bits. Or maybe I will. I haven't decided. I don't know. But I'll add some more kind of over here. I don't know what to call these other than drippy bits. They tend to like using them in various environments of the game. And I find they're a nice way to kind of just add visual interest to the sort of upper areas of my paintings as well. So, you know, I'm grateful for that. For sure I am. Just some little gubbins. And then there's, in this area, there's also some kind of like like a little, some of this. Just some of these. I'm not sure what the deal is with these little hangy doodads, but I'm happy to add them in. Like so. Just keep things interesting. I don't know. Just is that enough? Is that enough? I don't want to overdo it. Guess this is done physio, now warm and sore. Yay! But I hope the physio helps. I joke, happy birthday, hat Bert, Sammy, says Moriax. Hell yeah. Could you maybe use your birthday powers to make it less incredibly hot? I sure wish I could! Oh my god, I wish I could. You know I hate this weather. You know it. This weather sucks butt, and, for me personally, and clearly for some of our friends in chat as well. Blah! I dearly wish that I could just get rid of it. You know I would do it if I could. Sadly, I don't have that kind of power. I'm just a little baby creature. I'm just a little guy, gender neutral. I am just a little creature doing their very best, which is honestly not that much. Okay, where does the other little arm go? Okay, it comes down from here. And from here, I'm looking at my sketch now to try and figure out where the hell Styx's limbs go. Probably Styx has a really good internet connection. Maybe. Look a little bit like internet wires. Yeah. Thanks, Commandant. Day 3 of exercises after the physio lady beat me up on Thursday. Oh my god, Cass, are you okay? I don't think they're supposed to fight you. That doesn't sound okay. Are you okay? I hope you're okay. But in any case, I hope that the physio does what it's supposed to do and actually does help you feel better in the long run. 'Cause yeah. Presumably that's what it's intended to do. Okay, what the hell is this leg doing? Okay, this leg is coming out like this from the looks of it, and then coming around like doot. Like that. And it's just kind of hanging off of nothing, because I have no idea how any of this works. There we go. Okay, I am mostly figuring out the legs here. I think. I did study the screen cap quite a bit to try and figure out leg positioning and what have you. Stop going dark, my phone. I need to see what the hell I'm doing here. So the leg in front goes like this. Please paint into place, thank you. This, and then it kind of curves. And I've put it slightly in the wrong spot, but that's fine. But it kind of just curves like that, sort of. But I think I got the positioning ever so slightly off, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. You can't see the pencils anyway, so if I goof on the pencils, whatever. Now I can see a bit of where this leg is going, so I can thankfully follow it round. There, okay. Are they perfectly symmetrical? No, but maybe Styx's legs just are not perfectly symmetrical. And that's fine. I'm gonna just go over this ever so slightly because I feel like it could be a little bit darker. Okay, wizard. We've got Styx has limbs. Yay! Good job, me. I want to get this done before another ad break tries to run. So if it seems like I'm hurrying slightly, that's because I don't want y'all to have to see ads again. So I'm going to try and finish this before another ad break tries to run. And also I really need to go cook my dinner. Aw, dang, it's going to be cute, I think. I think this is going to be cute. I do. Assuming I don't absolutely royally F up the last few stages, I think this is potentially going to be kind of cute. Okay, so let's do some nice hefty line weight around Styx's face and his funky little antlers. And this is where hopefully it starts to kind of come together and you can see what it's supposed to look like, I hope. Also, again, I do apologize that weird sub-goal thing keeps popping up. I don't know how to disable that. I'll try and figure that out. Because I find it distracting and it feels like I'm really asking you to give me money. And I don't want you to feel like I only value your presence if you're giving me money, because that doesn't feel nice to me. I'm very aware of the fact that not everyone can afford that, and not everyone is going to want to choose to use their money in that way. And that is entirely fine, and I'm still happy you're here, you know what I mean? Hello? Lucky, thank you very much for the follow! I just got some paint on my teacup. Yay. I'm going to take a sip out of my teacup, having cleaned the paint off of it. But, oh, whoops. Okay. So how is the shaping happening here? It's like doop. It's like a doot doot. Okay, and it's fairly soft and rounded in terms of the shapes of Styx's body bits. However this body works. I don't know. I mean, all of these creatures are some kind of bug-like, but
Twitch
I try not to
user
think too hard about it.
Sammy
What's happening?
Choppers.
Lucky, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in, friends. Hello. I am almost but not quite done today's Hollow Knight art month painting. Thank you very much for the birthday message. Let us boy, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. Hello, friends. Hello. Doga Woo. Hello, welcome in. Lettuce Boy, thank you for the birthday messages. Thank you. And yeah, thank you very much for the raid. Vicky, thank you very much. Welcome in. Hello, friends. Hello. I hope you are well. Let me get a... Doug, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. Look more like Silksong. This is a Silksong piece. This is This is Sticks. They are knitting with some silk, as you do. Hello, 11 Twist. Welcome in. Hello, friends. Let me get a shout out for you in the chat. How was your stream? What'd you get up to today? If I can spell correctly, that would be great. There we go. If you're not following Lucky, you can go do that right there. For anyone who has just come in, hi, hello. My name's Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and most Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Friday mornings and every once in a while on a Thursday if I'm feeling extra crispy. This is me. This is exactly what I look like. Yes, Lucky says we played a bit of Tomodachi first and then we played Fortnite. Oh, nice, 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 nice. I have never played either, but I am... I would be interested in playing the former at some point if I can, but that's rad as heck. I hope you had a lovely time, and welcome, friends. We are just doing, as you can see, a little bit of Silksong fan art for Hollow Knight Art Month, which is happening right now. If you're not aware of it, there's about a week left. If you want to follow along with the prompt list, or do any of the art on the, do any of the art prompts on the list, all of the info is in the link that I just popped in the chat. As for me, I'm a traditional artist. I do mostly watercolor and other similar traditional media. Obviously, I'm doing Silksong fan art right now. I also do things that aren't fan art most of the time, but this is a very, very special month because I enjoy Hollow Knight and Silksong a completely and totally normal amount. But yeah, I hope you had a lovely time streaming, and thank you very much again for the raid. I do appreciate it. I don't know whether or not you do any art, but if you do, and if there's anything that you would like to share of your artwork, as long as it's work safe, you're very welcome to whisper a link in my direction. I'd be very happy to share with the class. But obviously also no pressure. In case you're wondering what my artwork looks like when it's done, let me find if I have any representative examples. Man, I've been really bad about posting my art. But here's where's a representative example? Do I have any representative examples? I don't know. But here's yeah, here's one. This is I like to paint. One of the things I like to paint. I've done some art. I can find something for you. Yes, please feel free to whisper me the link. I would very much love to share. In the meantime, here's something that I've done. Which is, this is a kakapo. His name is Rangi. He is in fact an actual kakapo that exists in real life. I have for a number of years now adopted symbolically, a kakapo through the Kakapo Recovery, service, who are part of the, parks department in New Zealand and work to help support and grow the population of the kakapo, who are very small in number, but are growing by the day because they did have a big mating season this year, and I'm very excited. Yeah, they're some of my favorite birds. They're very sweet. There's about 250 in the world right now, but they've just had a whole bunch of babies, and so the population number is going to go up in the next couple of months. So that's really exciting. Yes, anyways. That's the kind of nonsense that I get up to here, among other things. But I may or may not have a whisper from Lucky, assuming it worked. Oh, I do have a whisper from Lucky. Oh, thank you so much. I would very much love to share. So let me cue this up and we will take a little look-see. Heck yes. Okay. Will it load? Ooh, oh, this is cool. I love this concept. Y'all, you gotta see this. This is delightful. Check it out! It's the girl with the pearl earring! I love that! That's fantastic! This is wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. I love it. This is delightful. This is a wonderful, what shall I say? An homage, a pastiche, a something like that. I love it. Good art, says Tals. Yes, I agree. Thank you so much for sharing. And let me get another shout out for you in the chat. That is fantastic. Shout out. Alright, sweet. I do apologize for anyone who's just come in on the raid. We're probably not going to go on too much longer. I need to finish this and then go cook dinner. But it's lovely to see you. And I thank you again very much for the raid. Thank you for trusting me with your community. It is always an honor when people do. So I very much appreciate it. And thank you. Today, in case you missed it, today was my birthday. And so I've just been doing one of my favorite things to do, which is painting stuff and chilling with my people. I would have done a more how shall I say, involved birthday stream, but I did also just return from 2 weeks abroad, and I'm feeling very low on spoons, especially because it's incredibly warm where I am in the UK right now. So yeah, I didn't really have it in me to do anything other than kind of chill. But yeah, been having a nice time hanging with peeps and doing paints and stuff. So that's been really good. I think I'm literally just gonna get a little bit of line weight, but just soft line weight onto the ground here. Not sure if there's any in the I've got a screen cap from the game up for reference. Lucky says, I didn't hear with the raid while I was streaming, I believe, and immediately had to raid when I saw your art. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. I really do. Okay, I think there's some little, okay, there's actually some little okay, I will add a little bit of I will drop my phone on the floor. I will add a little bit of texture here, because there's a little texture, but I want it to be reasonably subtle. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to add, there's some lumps in the background in the source screen cap. Do I want to add some little backgroundy lumps? They're basically the same color as the background, so it'd be fairly simple.
Attention.
Twitch user Sammy Kelch.
Shoppers.
Casey! Hi, everybody. Thank you for the raid. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Oh my goodness, great. Oh good, the alerts have stopped making sound. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, everybody. Hello. Oh, beans. I'm never gonna get to go make dinner, but that's okay. Hello, Casey. How was your stream? What'd you get up to today? It's lovely to see you. And welcome, friends. Hello to, if I can get chat to scroll. My streaming software is breaking. That's great. Anyways, hi, everybody. Welcome in. I will say hello to everyone as soon as chat starts working correctly again. But thank you so much for the raid, Casey. I really appreciate it. What were you up to today? How was your stream? It's lovely to see you. And welcome in, everybody. My name's Twitch user Sammy Kelch, in case you're new here. I'm a traditional art streamer. I do watercolors and stuff. I stream Monday and Thursdays, doing art. I do game streams on Friday mornings as well, and sometimes on a Thursday if I'm feeling extra spicy. But hi! No worries if you got a raid train. Just wanted to wish you a happy birthday and show the pretty arts to the people. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Casey. And just so you know, this is an art tax optional stream, but if there's anything that you would like to share with us, you are more than welcome to whisper me a link, and I'd be very, very happy to share with the class. I can't snooze the ads. Are you kidding me? This is the worst time. Yangle Lover, thank you very much for the follow as well. Let me get a shout out for Casey in the chat, and it will not let me snooze ads, and it's just giving me a warning. Oh, good. Everything is happening all at once, and none of it is good. Anyways, apart from the raid, which is wonderful. Storming Sticks, thank you very much for the follow as well. And hello, everyone. Can I say, will it let me just scroll up and say hello to everyone who's just coming on the raid? I sure hope so. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes, everyone, as well. I really appreciate it. But yes, thank you. Draco, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in as well. Hello. Where are we? I'm sure I'll whisper you an art text of our horses. I would love to see the horses that you were doing. I love horse. We love the chaos of Storming Sticks. Thank you. That's apparently all I'm managing to summon today. But yes, hello Cass. Hello Snowfall. Hello hello to the Raven. Hello Yango. I think I said hello to you as well. Hello Hope. Welcome in. Hello Moral Flip. Welcome. And Chrissy Carson. Hello Sir Drakir. Hello. Welcome in. Pyro Kitties. Hello. I am Forever 27. Oh, welcome on in. Hello Helpful Doodles. Hi everybody. Christmas Cat. Hello. Ungoy. Hello. And yeah, welcome in, friends. Hi, Jabberwick. Hello, welcome in. Have I missed it saying hello to everyone? I hope that I've said hello to everyone. Hi. My name's Sammy Kelch, and we did some Hollow Knight / Silksong artwork today. This is Styx. They're a funky little creature that you meet in the game if you're not familiar. Not to spoiler anything, they're doing some knitting. I won't tell you whether or not this is canonical because if you haven't played the game yet, I don't want to spoiler anything for you. I thought I had a Silksong about I was mistaken, says Wombat. Aw, beans! Aw, beans. But never mind. We have some horse art from Casey, very excitingly. Hans! Let's have a little look-see at Casey's lovely art before it dumps us into ads, which is about to do very, very shortly, so I'm going to have to go super quickly. Anyways, we will look at this after ads as well, because I can't snooze them. Where is it? Show and tell screen. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. These are the loveliest, most majestic horses I've ever seen. Horse Anatomy is... My moderator snoozed the ads. Thank you, babe. Horse Anatomy is so hard, and you are doing amazing. These are so lovely. I want to... Thank you, sweetie. Okay, so we're back for 5 minutes. Thank goodness. We talked a lot about Horse Anatomy today, says Casey. I believe it. Horse Anatomy is genuinely super difficult. I've made attempts. It is very confusing. But these are delightful. You're doing an amazing job at the Horse Anatomy with all of the weird things that their legs do. I'm very impressed. And I want to give gentle like pats and some little treats to these lovely horsey creatures. I think what do they like to eat? I think they like apples as like a treat. I would give them an apple, and I would hope that they would enjoy that. Or other foods. Their hind legs are my nightmares, says Casey. Oh, I believe it. They're so confusing. You think the front legs are bad? Just wait till you get to the back. Or sugar cubes, says Storming Sticks. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Delightful. Yeah, doing skeletal studies and having them on hand to look at while doing studies helps, says Casey's. Absolutely. Your like study, if you're not familiar with Casey and Casey's streams, they are a great place to hang out if you want to learn along and figure out like how you draw animals and stuff. It's very fun. Do I dare curse everyone with a Horse Anatomy fact, asks Katie. Please be my guest. Also, I'm gonna get another shout out for Casey in the chat again. If you're not following the lovely Casey Snow, you really should, because Casey's lovely and I love getting to hang out, usually lurking because I'm a tired bear pretty much every time of day in Casey's streams, but a gazillion out of 10 do recommend. If you like animal studies, dinosaurs, really just like chill art a long time, go hang out with Casey. It's great. I do recommend. Very much I do. But yeah, go for it with the Horse Anatomy fact. I would love to hear it. And also, I will, in case anyone's wondering what my art looks like when I'm not doing a Silksong fan art, because I do art that isn't fan art, and it tends to be a little different stylistically. I will show you. Some of it looks a little bit like this. These are some hamsters that are friends of the stream. They are of the 19th century, and historians would say that they were very good friends. They never married, but lived together for the entirety of their lives in a little cottage on a hill. And, I mean, like, listen, they're obviously married. They're each other's wives. Historians are being silly sausages. Come on. Anyways. So that's that. Yes. Horse legs are Oh, Katie. This is going in directions I did not anticipate. Horse legs are hyper-specialized fingers, hence leg injuries being lethal for horses. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that for real? For real? Oh my god, that's wild. Anyways, I hope everyone's having a lovely Monday. I hope you're having lovely weeks. How's everybody doing, chat? I'm gonna take a sip of my tea now that I've... because of what the nuts. This is some pineapple mint tea that I put on ice earlier because it is incredibly hot here in the UK right now, and I need to hydrate as much as I can. So thank you, Alba, for the hydrate. I appreciate it. They walk on their fingertips / fingernails, says Casey's is breaking my brain. Hi, babe. What's up?
I can snooze again if you want.
I think we'll be all right. Thank you. Wow. They walk on their fingertips / fingernails. Well, that's I can't speak anymore. That's broken my brain, and I think I am in fact melted enough that, Horse anatomy is a nightmare, says Morix. They can't vomit, for example. Actually, babe, if you do want to snooze, I think I'm gonna head out shortly, because I'm starting to get dizzy. And also, thank you for the follow, too. Accidenti, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. I think we are going to head shortly. Again, if you're not following Casey, please do that. If my mod is able to... Oh, I can snooze the ads now, actually. Okay, I've snoozed the ad. And I'm gonna have to skedaddle so you don't get dumped into ads before I can raid. But oh my god, I like to show people where the horse's knee actually is and then draw a big show on their hind legs to help people see it. Oh my goodness. That is... Wow. Wow. Thank you. A big shoe. Oh my god, that's so funny. That's so funny, Casey. I knew that they had like weird knees, but oh my god. Oh, my brain. It's something, like, birds have ankles in places that feel weird as well if memory serves, but memory doesn't serve right now. Because, it's like 34 degrees here. I think my brain is broken. The horse anatomy has definitely broken my brain. I'm gonna sign this piece, and then I'm gonna send us off in a raid before y'all get catapulted into an ad break. Because I would really rather you didn't have to see an ad break. So I'm going to head out before you can do that. So apologies for the short visit. But Casey, thank you very much again for the raid. I do appreciate it. I just like horse racing, but I still want them to be around. This is why I asked instead of just throwing it in people's laps, says Katie. Yeah, that's fair. I also dislike horse racing. I like horses, though. Birds have a similar leg situation, says Casey. Yeah, where a lot of people think the bend that he sees the knee, but it's actually the ankle. Yes, the knee is actually higher up and tucked under the feather side of sight. Yes, that's it exactly. Yes, thank you. I know a bit more about birds than I do about horses, but most of my bird knowledge is more of the I just think they're neat special interest and less the I have a gazillion facts on hand special interests. I have a gazillion facts on hand special interests, but don't get me started on any of them because I gotta go. The knee is high up next to the belly. Oh boy. The middle of the hind leg is the ankle / heel, not the knee. Yep. Oh, horses. What majestic, strange, silly, beautiful, silly, incredible, silly, delightful, and silly. Did I mention that horses are silly? Because I think horses are quite silly, personally. Anyways, gonna send you in the direction of somebody cool because the ads are trying to start again and I don't think I have any more snoozes and I've got to go cook dinner because I'm starting to get dizzy. So, shall we say hi to Brenda, which I haven't done in quite a while. Because I think they normally start streaming after I've finished streaming. So, we're going to make sure that Brenda's not just about to finish, but I don't think she is. But we'll see. Nope, started a minute and a half ago. Okay, awesome. Yes, thank you again for the birthday wishes, everybody. I very much appreciate it. And thank you for sticking around and hanging out, and thank you for the raids and all that jazz. I love you all. And I'm having a nice time. And thank you for the horse facts as well as the horse art. I do appreciate it. Yes. Where is the thanks for watching screen? There we go. Okay. Let me get the generic raid message in the chat. If you have the emotes, feel free to grab the emotes with the raid message. If you do not have the emotes, feel free to just say a generic raid message and append any cool emotes that you do have. It's all good. I'm gonna pop just a little hornet poppins popping in. And I'm going to copy that for myself because I often forget to do that, but there we go. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, again. Thank you to the raiders, and thank you to everyone hanging out, and thank you for being nice. I've had a really nice birthday stream. It's been fun hanging out with you, and I'm going to go before it catapults us into ads again, which it wants to. So thank you all for watching. Take care, everyone. Good night, and good luck.